One underway, Stevie J.
Well, if they're going to win, they're going to need their midfield to get on top, and I think that's where they can get some real ascendancy in the ruck with Tom De Koning going up against Reece Stanley. And they've been in good form. Cripps, Walsh, Hewitt. They'll have to get the job done in there if they're going to be any chance.
I think the defenders need to do exactly that, that being the Carlton defenders. There's threats all everywhere in that forward line. It is Silvani going to Dangerfield.
Yeah, talk about the matchups quickly, Daisy.
You've got McGovern going to Cameron, Silvani to Dangerfield, and Wiedering the human caravan on Neil.
We got most of them wrong.
The McDonald's and Marine Hot Water. Triple M Rocks Footy, Sunday afternoon, MCG. The umpy cops one.
Contact. It's a Geelong free kick. Geelong free kick.
Oh, and there's a way to start. Umpire contact, so free kick to the Cats. Umpire's okay, he's got to his feet, but it's going to be Stanley from inside the centre circle. Big pack of players, 30 out, and Silvani, Shoeman just spoke about the form he's in as a defender. Takes a strong intercept mark, about 30 out from his own goal. Happy to go wide and finds Zach Williams, who probably happens most games. He gets hurt on the ground. He caught one in the ribs, it looks like, from a punch from Tom Stewart, and he's just taking his time to find his breath.
The umpire contact to start the game on the Harvey Norman was George Hewitt. And we get a look here, it was...
Not a lot, either.
Just sometimes they hit you in that sweet spot.
Joey not convinced.
Joey's calling himself, let's call it what it is.
I thought it was a close fist when he hooked it again.
He does go down a bit. Paddy Cripps from half-back, looking to half-forward to Koning from the side. The ball hit the side. Willie White with a bouncing ball. Can it turn? It can't.
All clear.
Through for the first behind the day. And that is to the Blues, and they lead by 8 points.
It's Holmes that does the kick in, and straight away runs his full 15. Plays on and finds Blitzards, so very quickly there. 70 metres out from their own goal. Holmes just continues to run on. And they're away and got the overlap. Handball to close. They didn't want to chat to Stevie J pre-game. Humphreys. Handball to Manor. Along the boundary line. Shane Warne stands side. Kicks it inside 50. Neil. Good spoil from Hayes. The crumb from Dangerfield was brilliant. To Jezza, who just wants to get around on his left and snap, but he got the belly of the ball. And the kick still is going to be marked on just against the point post from Ollie Dempsey. He's so often from the wing. Finds himself in the goal square. This one's just slightly out of the goal square, but he should snap around and kick the first for the Cats.
Yeah, Jeremy Cameron then worked right up the ground. McGovern's going to have to be have his running boots on today. Worked up, pushed hard back once they won the footy. Missed the shot on goal, but fortuitous for
6 goals, 9 for the season. Ollie Dempsey, he's a good player too, this young man. They get the first on the board, the Cats. And after only a couple of minutes of play, they're one straight. The Blues, I should say, one behind. That's on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. Join Bunnings Trade Power Pass to get dedicated support, flexible credit and faster shopping with the free Power Pass app.
The concerns early, Stevie, as you said, those Geelong forwards got right up the ground, but Carlton were trailing in. So as soon as that ball got to halfway with the quick play, Holmes kicking out and then following up, staying involved, it was Dangerfield, it was Cameron, all back towards goal. Manor as well, with nobody near them. That's not a good sign early, considering the planning that goes into these weeks and what you'd be looking for and trying to stop.
So first goal goes to Dempsey. And 65,000 here at the moment. Ash, what do you think?
Just under 70,000, late 60s, I reckon, Brownie.
Nice work, Ash. Triple M Red Z lending stats. Smith out of the middle, high ball, shallow entry inside forward 50. Dangerfield comes crashing at it, fisted away. Mullins was there, picking the football up. It was White, did good job. And now, that could be holding the ball. Walsh went in, Hewitt took it, then dropped it. He'll have a ball up on the outer side.
Thanks, Reece and Tom. Coming out this way, guys, Reece. Tom.
A throw in just on the point of the square for the Cats. They've got the early one. Smith couldn't take it cleanly. The Cats have generated a spare defender behind the ball. It's Zach Guthrie who picks it up and kicks it back to where it came from, half forward. Stengel's got about 4 Blues around him, and he does well enough to get that ball out of bounds. It was Ollie Hollands who was under pressure, and we'll have it thrown in 60 metres around
Reece and Tom.
from the Cats' goal. They're kicking to the left of the broadcast. Ball in the Shane Warne stand side. Good crowd. Everyone in dark colours, obviously, with the blue and the white. And they're hoping for a big game of footy this afternoon.
And the winter.
And the winter too.
Yeah,
Some jackets are out now. Yeah, the dark
winter's coming.
It is coming. The lights are on. It's starting to get dark.
So Paddy Cripps fed the handball out. Hollands. Forward handball to De Koning. was intercepted on the kick and then was under pressure to get it away. Now the Cats at half back, they fight for it and they win it. Low darting ball, but only as far as Haynes. That came from Manor, and Haynes read it best over Tyson Stengel, who I think him and Ollie Henry have been a bit of a casualty of how good Dangerfield's been so far this season. Low numbers for Stengel compared to previous seasons. They go to half forward. Sam de Koning, he was the first one there. Handball to Manor. Manor high up and under ball. Not a great one. The Blues will want to get this to ground level, and they do. Sard, centre wing, handball to Cripps. He's got Sard running again. Gave it back to him. Now he has to retreat a little bit. And now he just makes an absolute muff of it and gives it straight back to de Koning.
It was strange that he didn't release it inside forward 50. He had 1v1s ahead of the ball. He was sort of perusing that half back line, the Geelong numbers, but they certainly didn't have an extra.
Yeah, good call, Daisy. Triple MC Bus super special comments. I think he overthought that they've been trying to give that extra handball, and I reckon he thought about it when he should have kicked it. It's Bailey Smith. He will kick it. He gets a lot of metres gained towards half forward. Pack of players. Cameron overran it, picked up by Haynes, who started well, and he's got the matchup on Stengel. Silvani's a beautiful user on his left. Finds Curnow, point of the square. Can usually blaze away, but he wanted to get his mate Mackay involved. The kick was in his shoelaces, and the Cats take it away. Lawson Humphries, beautiful kick to Stanley, who used close as a decoy, and then turns and finds Cameron 40 metres out straight in front. Quick transition by the Cats.
You just cannot turn the ball over there.
Jeremy, come around.
It should have been marked. Let's call it for what it is at this level. That was the kick that Charlie Curnow should have laced out Harry Mackay. It was only 25 metres under no pressure, and Mackay had separation. But it's 2 kicks and it's up the other end, and now set shot on goal.
12 goals, 4 for the year from Jeremy Cameron. From right on the paints. He pushes it left and he's missed his first couple of cracks at goal. One behind, 1-1-7 Geelong. Cats and the Blues one behind. That's on the Triple M Bunning straight scoreboard.
McGovern to the outer side. He's got Cottrell. Cottrell takes it, gets it straight back to Sam de Koning on centre wing. He was looking for Curnow, but it didn't get there, and de Koning just strolls away, puts it back inside forward 50. Dangerfield was the flyer. Manor got there first. Good player, been in good form. Screws it back. Tom de Koning on the second bite. Had to mark it because young Wiltshire was waiting at the base of that pack. And now he goes in the back pocket to Silvani.
Wanted to move it quick. Well banned on the mark by Jai Clark, and finds Elijah Hollins on the defensive 50. Sees a player in space. It's Will White. The kick needs to get there quickly because they'll bear him down. He did well, the young man. Still a skinny man. He'll grow. As he's Ollie Hollins, who ran past along the boundary line. Good ball movement. Zach Williams, 65 out. Sees Curnow in the goal square. Goes to him. Curnow let it go. And it's snuck through for a goal. And Zach Williams is very, very happy with his own work.
Those ribs look right now.
He's happy now. He gets the goal. He turned to the crowd. A couple of fist pumps. And the Blues get the answer. On the Bunnings trade scoreboard. They're in front.
Well, that's what they need off half-back. They need to either take the contest and make sure the Geelong defenders can't take an intercept mark, or pinpoint one and just break up that Geelong defence, which is playing a really assertive positioning. And on that occasion, it was Zach Williams opposed to Tom Stewart. Tom Stewart, as I said, really aggressive positioning, and he got out the back on him. And whether he's having a shot or not, I don't know, but he was 57 metres out on the boundary line, potentially having the trying to pass kick to Curnow, and it just floated through beautifully.
Unselfish by Curnow in the goal square. Back in the middle, goal apiece here. Scores the level. And that's holding the ball in the middle. Chera will get the free kick over Bowes. Bowes will be careful here. This is going to be 50. No, the umpire gives him a chance. Chera can't believe it. So he's in the middle of the MCG. Only 2 players behind him. Dangerfield, one of them, pumps it inside forward 50. Cats with the numbers. Fist high. O'Connor sits underneath it. And he's wrapped up. He'll have a ball up. 25 metres out from goal. Robbo, Bob Jane teammates.
Yeah, Harry Mackay off the ground after 6.5 minutes. They've gone with a really small forward line, Carlton, and Jack Silvani in the rooms with a problem, so keep an eye on that.
Yeah, keep us all over that one, Robbo. Bob Jane teammates. Bob Jane teammates, great. Buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. Ball up, 50 metres out from the Blues goal. Both ruckmen stood there. No one got near it. Umpire just called play on. Akers picks it up. He's able to arch the back and then shanks it to the pocket. Carlton have got a couple of players there. Geelong have more numbers. Mullen, who was laid out last week. He's a big ball of muscle, but he's taken down by Corey Durden. Good tackle. Been a strength of the Blues, Daisy, the last few weeks.
Yeah, it certainly has been, that reliance on forward pressure.
I'm coming out this way,
Forwards have
George.
been getting to work, and that's why they've been getting some shots on goal, and some easy ones at that, especially last week in that last 10-15 minutes.
Ball up, Cottrell to Hewitt. Been brilliant so far this season, high up and under. To the pocket and Blixarves. Read it beautifully in front of Curnow, and they have a bit of a cuddle over the boundary line and eventually get up with a good mark. As we have a look at the Harvey Norman replay of Silvani and Dangerfield, and as we heard from Robbo, Silvani gone off, and he might have hit Dangerfield
Outside 5, Lockie.
just in the chest.
Popped the finger.
Might have hurt his finger. He's got a tough chest,
It's
Dangerfield.
a big chest.
Yep.
It's a fridge.
You don't muck around with that sort of apparatus.
So O'Connor does the kick out of the defensive 50 into a contest and boundary throw in. 2 kicks from home. Some of the numbers early, Two-Man on the Red Z Lenders.
Sam De Koning, 5 disposals. He's had 4 intercepts, Cripps with 4. You mentioned Tyson Stengel before. He's been held goalless 3 from his past 4 games.
Thank you. Red Z Lending, loans for the self-employed. REDZED.com.
Fly ball.
So a couple of repeat stoppages here. 1-1-7 apiece. We've played 11 minutes in this opening quarter. Choice Hotels around the grounds, Stu.
Suns by 36 points over the Swans early into the final quarter.
Kicked the last 10 goals up there, Joe.
And we've seen a massive second half as Stewart's kick was partially smothered. And once again out of bounds in front of our man Robbo, Bob JT Marks.
Yeah, doctor out of the rooms now, talking to the physio. He picked up his medical kit, gone back down in the rooms. If it's a finger, that's probably why he needs it. So back down in the rooms for Silvani.
Best in the business, Robbo, for Bob JT Marks. Boundary throw in. And we'll have another ball up. Tough to get any space at the moment in this game.
Tom,
Scores a level. 7
Clear a pass
apiece.
for me, please.
Umpire asks for them to clear a path. De Koning and Neal. One by De Koning. Hewitt to Williams. Already kicked a long goal. This is a stabbing ball inside forward 50. Doesn't give the forwards much hope. Fogarty.
Touch, play on.
Curnow. Touch play on. And that is going to be a ball up 15 metres out from Carlton's goal. Repeat entries.
Just love Williams to have a touch more composure. Played enough footy. It was an easy kick inside forward 50.
It's Charlie Curnow that does the ruck work against Blitz-Arves. A lot of players around this one. Another ball up. So let's see if the Blues can orchestrate something here. Harry Mackay now drifts down. He wants to do the ruck work. Cripps also wanted to put his hand up. And it's Blitz-Arves who in the end just grabs it out of the ruck. Throws it on the boot. Everyone looked at it. So Shannon Neal was able to get it. Jeremy Cameron up high. Gets it. Sees space over the top for Stengel. It's Wiedering chasing. Good luck, Wiedering. Close the door. Say goodnight. Stengel will run all the way in and kicks the goal. And he breaks those run of droughts, true man. He gets his first. Good luck, Jacob Wiedering. It was always going to be a goal once it went over the head, and Stengel had 5 metres on him. Good play by Jeremy Cameron there. 2-1-13 the Cats. The Blues 1-1-7. 13 minutes gone opening term.
It's funny how it works, Dale. Carlton had the last 5 inside 50s and was smacking Geelong around the clearances, and then they get that one through and they get bang for their buck. It was a beautiful kick to the advantage of Stengel. He knew he had the pace over Wiedering. Jeremy Cameron just placed it out in front of him, and geez, to the half forwards of Geelong, they were charging back towards goal. If the pressure had been on him, he would have had options to pass it back to him. With Myers out, they're relying on these other guys to get up really high and use their work rate to get back, and there's plenty of them.
Those big quads just didn't quite make up the distance, did they?
I believe that belongs to Mr. Gilmore.
Very nice, Daisy. Seabus Supers making hard work pay off. The Blues out of the middle. Trying to work his way through was Motlop. Did some nice work in there last week. This one he couldn't get out. We'll have another ball up with Chera lying over it.
That's a good effort. He broke the tackle there of Atkins, who's number one in the comp. He loves it.
So Motlop tracks it again. Here's Hollins. He couldn't pick it up. That's Elijah. Walsh playing more of a wing role at the moment. Motlop tackled by a heap of Cats out there. We'll have a ball up. Ball hasn't really gone anywhere. Just on the point of the square. Carlton marginally in attack.
Mackay, Neal. Mackay tried to create something. He took a little bit too long holding the ball.
Stand.
So the free kick was a good tackle by Shawnee Manor. He started well this game. He polled the 10 coaches' votes last week in that Easter Monday win against the Hawks. Well done from John Clark. got it to Guthrie, thought about giving it to Holmes, instead kicks it himself into the pocket. McGovern, that was important. Stengel was lurking at ground level. He took the intercept mark deep in defence to save the day, but then he played on. He's kicked it across the face of goal. Haynes, Mullen slips, so that created a little overlap for Cottrell on the wing. Kicks it to Will White. Has to go hard. Connor O'Sullivan left his man, came across and outnumbered. They do it really nicely, the Cats. And Humphreys will try and pop it in to Neil, although it's a ground level ball. Close. Takes it out wide, and then we'll get a ball up just inside the boundary lines. Out of side, Shane Warnstand. Couple of kicks from home. It's the Cats leading by 6 points. Robbo, Bob Jane teammates.
Carlton have only got 2 on the bench because we know Silvani's down in the rooms with that finger with the doctor, but also Zach Williams after that heavy hit early. He's also in the rooms.
Play on.
Ball up. Quick kick comes out. Ball found its way to centre wing. And Walsh is going to be tackled. Triple M Red Z Lending. Loans for the self-employed. RADZED.com. Anything early, Ash?
Cats second in the comp for tackles. They're at plus 6, 13, 14 to 7, and Mann has had 4 of those tackles along with his 5 disposals.
He started well. Highest rated player so far.
Blitz halves, according to champion data.
I don't believe him.
Have you got stats on how often Zach Williams gets hurt in the game?
Come back to you very shortly.
Wow.
It just seems a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah,
He gets hurt a lot. He
getting
gets a lot of bad
that.
luck. Yeah, I know. I hope he gets back out there.
Get back out there.
Get back out there.
Okay, so here goes the Blues.
Geelong's got everyone back inside their defensive 50, so they're just trying to move the ball around here and draw them out.
Mackay went backwards. Now they go lateral. Wiedering. They go from one side to the other, and Wiedering, it's a bouncing ball out of bounds. So that's a big tip for the Cats defensively of a boundary throw in right in front of the benches. 13 Geelong, 7 Carlton, Bunning straight scoreboard.
It almost looked like Geelong were happy to have 3 of the blokes across half-back kick it. The old let them have it. We're going to stay ahead. We'll kick it back to you. You can go do whatever you want, but you're going to have to make a decision, and I think as soon as you do that, you'll be kicking it back.
Mackay did really well, grabbed it out of the ruck, and that was better. Handball to De Koning, who gave it off to Walsh running past. The kick was not a great drop punt. It was low for Charlie Curnow, who got hands to it. It was down at the grass, and he's just dropped it. So we'll have another ball up, 55 out from the Blues. Goal. They're trailing by 6 points, almost halfway through this first quarter. In fact, we are. Durden kicks to the top of the square. Humphreys. Lawson Humphrey, geez, a good player. Takes that one through for a behind. So composed for a player that's played less than 20 games of footy, and it's 1-2-8. The Blues, the Cats, 2-1-13, Triple M Bunning straight scoreboard.
Humphrey goes long looking for Blixarves. Dangerfield at ground level as well. Holmes near the boundary line. They've got a boundary throw in.
Just waltzes out of the full back line there, Humphreys on the left foot.
Race.
Yeah, ridiculously comfortable at the level, but just such a smart player. Geelong again done well just to find somebody from absolutely nowhere, the obscurity, and now a star.
Tom De Koning does the ruck work. Took the ball, it was smothered off his boot. Stanley had a fresh airy. Zach Guthrie, his was smothered as well. Now Hewitt turns around the corner. The only one there is Lawson Humphreys, has to stand in the way. He knew something was coming, but he stood up, he took the mark, and a short ball finds Zach Guthrie.
This goes on the right boot that time, does Humphreys. And now Guthrie to Mullen, and they switch to the open side, and again they've got their half forwards up high and running. Close as one of them. Haynes did well, came off his man, got the fist in. Important fist. Boundary throw in centre wing.
It looks to me like Carlton kind of are really valuing the stoppage and the clearance. They're sending one up around the contest, which is allowing Geelong to have one back, and they're just going to make the most of their entries going forward. Otherwise, Geelong's looking to win the ball back and bounce back through them as quick as they possibly can.
Do you think it's a dangerous tactic, Stevie, when you're playing against the Cats to give them an extra defender?
100%. I'd be making sure that you keep their defenders engaged. If you win 50% of your clearances, well, then you give yourself a chance. But you're playing into their hands by allowing them to have one back.
But right now there's Stewart and De Koning that are both sitting off the back of this contest. Cats will rely on their pressure here because the Blues win it, so they have to use it by hand and try and go through the spare.
There it is.
And they did, and straight to the man who was the spare defender. Great call, Stevie J. That's Sam De Koning, and he's going to switch it quickly. They got the outnumber on this broadcast side. Members side of the MCG, O'Sullivan and Humphreys. This time he goes on his left boot. when he could have kicked on either.
Play on.
To Mullen. And now Humphreys gets it back. Draws the man, creates the overlap. Ollie Dempsey, 2 kicks from home. Pops it into a bit of grass. Wiltshire had to stand under it. Blues were converging everywhere. Atkins now sweeps a handball. O'Connor, he could have run to 50 and had a shot, but he dropped the ball, put himself under pressure, and the Blues are away and running.
They are. So Mackay's got a lot of space. He needs to make the right decision because he looks up and he sees Stewart and he sees every other one, which is O'Sullivan as well. So what can they do? Goes to Curnow wide, waits for the cavalry, but Stewart got in the way and did well. Might have hurt himself on the outer side doing that. Fogarty was the man who went in. Stewart got over to him and he's limping badly.
It was a great effort.
Tom and Reese. Tom and Reese.
Not sure exactly on the Harvey Norman what he's hurt.
I think it's an ankle.
Triple M Harvey Norman replay.
He's still on one leg though, like a seagull chasing a chip.
Shop super deals, TVs, vacuums, laptops, mobile, furniture, bedding and more online. Harvey Norman, April super deals, best prices. Robbo.
Good news, Silvani out of the rooms now, so it's a right hand. It's away from the fingers, the strapping, so he's just clenching that, so a right hand ready to go, Silvani.
Might be that old PCL injury that he's carrying since early in the season. No strapping on his knee today, Tom Stewart, but certainly that knee looks like it is bothering him. Cats clear the congestion by O'Connor. Stengel leading young Matt Carroll to the ball. It's an open forward line. There's nobody inside 50. So Stengel has to try and be creative, but he waits it and it invited the pressure. We'll get another boundary throw in.
So the concern for Carlton this year is their kick efficiency.
Jeremy Cameron's just given away a free kick and he gave Mitch McGovern one. Mitch McGovern was the instigator, pushed him in the back, and then Jeremy Cameron responded and tapped him to the ground by his head.
So just with the Blues, 57% by foot today, opposed to the Cats at 65. They're 16th for kicking efficiency differential.
Thomas Stewart seems okay. Big spoil. Trying to win the football there was Carroll. Be close. Handball forward. Jeremy Cameron dropped the football, which is very strange for him. Still a chance. They've got players out everywhere. High ball, wide ball. 2 players in the goal square. Hands up. And Bowes just went, nah, this is my time to shine. And he kicked the point.
Well, they need to be careful here, that Carlton defence, because that is 2 times where it should have been goals from the goal line. Not the case, but it's alarm bells certainly.
Short kick in goes to Ollie Hollins. We'll just get back down to Robbo for an update on Tom Stewart.
Tom Stewart can hardly support his body weight. He's limping around out the back there. So much pain, right side, right leg, right knee. So, he's looking across at the bench now. He'll be struggling to get to quarter time.
Yeah, he's coming off, I reckon, Robbo. Keep an eye on that one. Kick towards the wing. Strong mark, Harry Mackay.
If there's a player that Carlton would have liked to have not been out there, it's probably Tom Stewart.
And instead of going forward, Harry Mackay just automatically went back into the defensive 50 for no real reason.
Oh, wow.
And he's put Haynes to make the decisions, and he doesn't really want to do that, and now he's mucked the kick up. Cripps has to try and do well. Got it to Elijah Hollins, who found Mollop in some space, top of the 50. Sullivan had to leave his man. That man was Charlie Curnow, who was able to peel out the back and take the mark 20 metres out, 45-degree angle. He'll snap this around the body.
Time on. Stand mark.
On my arm. He won't waste any time, Joey.
Zach, on my arm.
He doesn't like to overthink these, does he?
No.
Although he's been made to wait. Well, they pull all the players outside the protected zone. Now he steps around. He gets his first. Blues tie things up again. 2-2-14. Geelong 2-2-14. Just on 5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. Join Bunnings Trade Power Pass to get dedicated support, flexible credit and faster shopping with the free Power Pass app.
Well, you see the decision from Mackay to go backwards. The bench has got the power off sign held up, which they usually roll out just before the quarter time and the breaks there. 5 minutes to go. So they're obviously concerned with what was happening, and that was just luck more than anything. They went backwards. Haynes with a real mong. He kicked it in, and a horrible kick. It should have been turned over. From that point on, they figured their way through it, and they were able to find Curnow out the back, but it certainly wasn't good skill level or good practice. It was more luck than anything. Not sure why they'd be trying to shut this game down. You've still got to take territory over kicking the ball backwards.
Scores a level at the MCG, 2-2-14 apiece. Curnow gets his first, and the Blues are going to go forward again through Hewitt. Career best form. Mackay's going to run from the back, but at the front. What a brilliant mark that is from the young man O'Sullivan. Handballs it off to Tom Stewart, just working through the paint at the moment. Short ball to O'Connor. He's got a runner out the back, and that's Zach Guthrie. He's in career best form. From half back, bombs it to half forward. Dangerfield not a factor yet. Wiedering with the quads to Carroll. Carroll short ball. The Blues win it back. Elijah Hollins to half forward, but again O'Sullivan just too good. Read it brilliantly.
Good play, this kid.
Already number one at the club this year for intercepts, two-man. He's a very good player. Bold in how he stands off, backs his athleticism to get the job done. But good skills, good decision maker as well.
He's in a good system to learn and develop his craft, and got a lot of good teammates around him, as we see on a Triple M Harvey Norman replay. Zach Williams still in the rooms, hobbling, so that doesn't look good. We'll get Robbo to keep a close eye on that. Just wonder whether it could be an Achilles again. Certainly didn't look like it was the rib concern.
And this is the thing about Geelong, Joey, when they make kids wait. So pick 11, play one game in 2024. O'Sullivan, and now comes in ready to go, part of the system, and looks like he's been doing it for years.
The ball up centre wing. Manor again. He's the half forward coming up to the stoppage, but he couldn't get his grip the ball. Even though he made an attempt and he had no prior, but Carroll takes it for the Blues. Kicks to a 2v1. There's the spare for Geelong. And he's involved again. Zach Guthrie, who got the handball to Lawson Humphries, was taken high. Free kick. That was against Harry Mackay. Robbo, Bob JT marks.
They've made the sub. So Zach Williams is a calf injury. So Cooper Lord gets his chance very early, number 36. So Zach Williams out with calf.
So Humphries from half back makes it to the wing with the right footer. Dangerfield sits over the footy. Silvani has him, and the umpire will ball it up.
So at some point, I think these Carlton coaches have got to talk about whether they actually want to have an extra around the contest, because at the moment they're winning the clearances quite considerably by 8, 14-6, but not getting any bang for their buck when they go forward, because the Geelong spares having an influence.
They've won another one here. Chain of handballs, and they've got it back to Sam Walsh. Right foot, top of the square. Fogarty. Used it well, did Walsh. Didn't blaze away. Chain of handballs, and here is Fogarty.
And that's exactly what you have to do, Stevie. To your point, when they've just been kicking it back to the Cats, that time they actually used the extra number, ran at the Geelong defence, made them press out, and it was just good skill in the end. That's a nice passage of play from the Blues.
Goes at about 50%, Ash.
Spot on, 13-13.
He's got this one. Only 15 metres out on a slight angle. Snaps it through to the right. And the Blues on top, 3-2-20. Cats at 2-2-14. Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Yeah, you're spot on, Dale. I mean, if you're going to have an extra upper around the contest, you've got to make sure you use the ball well going forward and chain of hands to actually draw that defence out. Geelong will look to press as soon as they see the ball in the Carlton hands, and if they're good enough to execute their skills, they will get some good looks. But so far, Geelong's pressure has been pretty good, and they've had to dump the ball back inside 50, and that's where Geelong's looked to actually create opportunities off turnover and go back through Carlton. So that's where the game's going to be won or lost right at the moment. Who can execute their skills the best?
And Sam Walsh, last 4 matches against the Cats, has averaged 33 disposals, equal leading ball winner on the ground with 9. George Hewitt also with 9 and 3 inside 50s.
Is this a new tech option you're going with too, Brownie?
Yep.
The iPad? As of when?
This week.
How is it?
Brilliant.
McDonald's Arena Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. Carlton in the centre clearance. Cripps and Walsh involved again. Ollie Hollins charging off half-back. Kicks towards Curnow, who'd worked blitz halves under the footy, but just couldn't hold on to the mark. But then they do well enough, Carlton, to force the quick kick by Zach Guthrie to go out of bounds on the full. Couple of kicks from home. Blues doing well here late in this first term, just on 2 minutes left in the quarter. They lead by a goal. Hollins just lets everyone know he's going to slow it down and kick it long and high to a big pack in the pocket. O'Sullivan flies early. Staying down at the back was Cottrell. He was looking for a runner. He just took a little bit too long, and Tom Stewart will get the free kick for holding the ball. Looks to have shrugged off that pain in his knee that he was carrying for about 10 minutes there.
Club must know exactly what it is, and an understanding that he's going to have moments where it hurts and he's going to hobble around, but don't be alarmed.
He goes long. Free kick picked out. The umpire said it was a block against Silvani. Free kick goes to Dangerfield, who wastes no time and gives it to Bailey Smith. Bailey Smith tumbling ball towards half forward. His foot skills have been a lot better this year. That wasn't one of them. Carroll, forward handball. Hollands got absolutely ridden to the ground. Game going up a notch. Manor couldn't handle it. Got it out. Atkins. Bailey Smith again. He's tackled by Akers. Coming in with Saar. Chera missed the target with a handball. Finished with Hollands to De Koning. De Koning a tumbling ball. Paddy Cripps got runners to the left. Got runners to the right. Decides to sell some candy. He looked for Curnow at the top of the square. The kick is brilliant. And Curnow let it go. He let it go again. The first one worked out. The second one burnt left and threw for one behind. And Paddy Cripps just says, mate, mark the next one, please.
And that's the fine line you walk. Being unselfish and doing the right thing, or making an absolute certainty of it. I love the intention.
That's crap.
But if
it was the right thing to try and do, wasn't it? But backfired.
There's still
you'd rather
10
the
metres
goal.
out from goal.
Yeah.
And then if he goes to market and drops it, everyone will say, what a selfish bugger for not shepherding it through. He can't win.
He wasn't dropping that.
He was 10 metres out, though. It's not as if he was on the goal line.
Yeah, it's a good call.
He
Take
blew the
mark,
chance.
Put it into row 56.
Stanley's push forward.
What could hurt even more is if the Cats go all the way and kick a goal. Shannon Neal got some hops. Stengel with a crumb. Sharp handballs. Dempsey dribbles it along the ground, but he got his angles and dimensions all wrong. And it goes across face of goal, out of bounds. Boundary throw in, 15 seconds left in the quarter. It's the Blues leading by 7 points.
Got his Isaac Newton's wrong.
Not the Pythagoras theorem.
Never used that since I've been at school. It's a waste of a year, that one, wasn't it? So boundary throw in. Cats, probably the only ones that can score. Dangerfield, handball, looking for Neal. Dangerfield will get for a kick with 6 seconds to go in the first term.
Well, now the Curnow stuff up at the other end becomes costly.
So the umpires are blowing time on. He will kick after the siren.
And it is there against Carroll.
He was just a bit overzealous, wasn't he, the young man?
Yep. It's a great word to that.
So he's kicked 14 goals this season, Dangerfield, playing exclusively as a forward. I had him in my top 3 players this season. Here goes Dangerfield to the punt road end. Quarter time siren. And he kicks it. He's a good player. And they try by a point. Quarter time here at the MCG. The Blues are 3-3-21. The Cats are 3-2-20. McDonald's Rim Hot Water. Triple M. Rocks footy.
That quarter for Bunnings Trade. Join Bunnings Trade Power Pass to get dedicated support, flexible credit and faster shopping with the free Power Pass app.
For McDonald's, Triple M rocks.
Footy Mania.
Macca's new McSmart meal is here. Get a cheeseburger, small fries and soft drink, plus your choice of side for just $6.95. T's and C's apply.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Seabus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Seabus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Go Harvey Norman. April's super deals on now. Save over $500 on Sony's 75-inch 4K TV. Save $600 on Electrolux French door fridge. Save $200 on Acer Aspire Intel Core i5 laptop. Save $350 on Samsung Galaxy S24. 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses. And X-Display and floor stock furniture priced to clear. More super savings in store and online. Harvey Norman April's super deals. Best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Go! Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumho free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Seabus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong, long-term returns for after the final whistle. Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TMD to decide if Seabus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Go Harvey Norman. April's super deals on now. Save over $500 on Sony's 75-inch 4K TV. Save $600 on Electrolux French door fridge. Save $200 on Acer Aspire Intel Core i5 laptop. Save $350 on Samsung Galaxy S24. 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses. And X-Display and floor stock furniture priced to clear. More super savings in store and online. Harvey Norman April Super Deals. Best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
It's Triple M's Footy Mania.
This quarter for titanium caravans. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious titanium caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
Now we've got the close one of the MCG. 3-3-21 Carlton. Geelong 3-2-20. A Dangerfield goal on the siren brought that margin back to 1 point. McDonald Hot Water, we rock footy. Robbo, Bob Jane T-Marts down to the boundary.
Yes, Brandy, we've got a good game here, and surviving is Tom Stewart. I thought he'd be off at quarter time. Seriously, he was hobbling around with that right knee, flexing it. He was in a lot of pain for about 10 minutes or so, but I think he hit the head on the nail on the head, the fact that Geelong know exactly what's going on with that, and so he just rode away with it. So he's okay at the moment, Stewart. Silvani's hand, he's all right as well. Heavy strapping, but they lost Zach Williams with a calf, so Cooper Lord on for the sub.
Ash, Triple M Red Z lending stats, loans for the self-employed.
Inside 50 is 17-10 Carlton's way, +9 in clearances, but they've been outscored from that score source 1-1-2 straight. O'Sullivan, number 1 rated player, 8 possessions and 6 intercepts.
1 point lead to the Blues. Here is Daisy and Stevie J.
It was a good quarter of footy, and both sides trying to get their game going in different ways. Stevie was quick to pick up that the Blues were sending that extra into the stoppage, and that meant that Geelong were going to take the +1. Both sides seemed pretty happy with that, Stevie, and it was when if Geelong could pressure the Blues coming out of stoppage and they kicked it back to them, they looked like they were going to be very dangerous on the rebound. But a couple of times we saw the Blues try and exit stoppage through the front door, and they could execute their skills. They could draw an extra play with a handball and then work their way through it. And they were getting looks, very deep, high percentage looks on goal.
Yeah, it's where Hawthorn got some really good looks against Geelong last week, was from stoppage. So they've obviously done their research there. But one thing they really need to concentrate on, the Blues, is if they do go inside 50 and it gets turned over, they've got to switch on quicker to defence. Otherwise, they're going to get burnt at some point through this game of footy.
So back in the middle for a second quarter. It's the Cats trailing by 1 point to the Blues. Ream Hot Water. If your hot water needs replacing, go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install the Ream.
Holding, Geelong.
That's going to be Bailey Smith. They'll get the free kick for a hold.
Stand.
His numbers, too, in that first quarter.
7 disposals, 130 metres gained.
Nearly had him in my top 5 too, Joey.
I can see that. Influential player. Drives it long and deep. Another 50 metres gained in this kick. Loose ball. Walsh gets back and swoops on it. Handballs to Silvani, who's got that hand strapped up. Back out there. Kicks on the left. Lawson Humphries. All good play, this kid. Thought he had the mark. Umpire said he didn't hold on to it for long enough. But they have the outnumber. Smith gets a 1-2. Now drives it to the top of the square. Cats have got numbers. So do the Blues. Ground level close. Stengel stolen out of his hands. Kick went straight up the chimney. And then whacked out of bounds. Boundary throw in. The Cats pressing early stages. Second quarter, kicking to the right of the radio.
Tom. Reese and Tom.
So the umpire just sorts out the ruckman.
A long way back.
Always start a long way back. They're expecting a lot at the boundary throw in. That's a good one. Paddy Cripps. If that doesn't bounce backwards, it'll be out of bounds, deliberate, but it does bounce backwards, but only in the hands of Lawson Humphries, who turns around on the left foot, pumps it back inside forward 50, and Haynes, really good mark after a shaky start this year. It was a very shaky start. He's responded as Dangerfield did well to take down Willie White, and the ball's out of bounds. Good effort by Danger. And walks away like he's Conor McGregor. It was just some sort of strut on the Harvey Norman replay, like only Danger can, and we love him for it.
That's good.
It was well done by young Will White too to stand under that, knowing that Danger was coming. And another boundary throw in. Stanley, De Koning works him under the foot. He grabs it out of the ruck. Kicks to his brother, Sam De Koning. Having a good game, under pressure, high ball. Sard flew, ground level, just outside 50. Nana couldn't quite. Bailey Smith tried. Ollie Hollands has to be careful. He's over the ball and he's set upon by a couple of Geelong players.
What's the head-to-head ledger, two-man, between the De Konings? Two apiece?
Two apiece, spot on, Daisy.
Choice hotels around the grounds, two-man, full-time up at People's First Stadium.
It is. The Suns defeated the Swans by 38 points. 17-15, 117. Sydney 12-7, 79.
That's a big win. I think they trailed by, what, as much as 20-odd points?
29, deep into the second.
29, wow. The Blues full of running. Cripps got it to Motlop. Goes on the left boot. He had Mackay and Curnow, and it was picked off again by O'Sullivan. Give us his numbers on the Red Z Lenders.
Number one rated player, 9 disposals, 3 intercept marks, 6 intercepts.
His kick went to Lawson Humphries, put him under pressure. So the Blues might win it back, although the handballs missed the mark. O'Sullivan overran this one. Curnow pops it into the path of Elijah Hollands, who couldn't mark it, but he got it on the bounce. Sweeping handball, inboard for Walsh. Snap around the body. Harry Mackay's waiting for it in the goal square. There was O'Sullivan, his man, who took off and tried to impact. Mackay snuck out the back, and he'll kick the easiest of goals from the goal square. Blues get the first of the second term, and they move to 4-3-27. Geelong 3-2-20. And this quarter is the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
He was out for quite some time there. Curnow probably had the opportunity to go a little bit longer. When he went in for the inside 50, he chose to lower his eyes. In the end, the ball popped over the back and he had an easy uncontested mark and the easiest of goals. And didn't the boys get around him, Dale?
Yeah, it's good to see. Obviously, spoken a lot about why he hasn't been out there. He's been very brave in coming forward, talking about the issues that he's faced. So it's good to see him back with some confidence, and that goal there, a nice easy one to get you back into the game.
The Blues by 7 points. Bounce in the middle. Stanley did well. Laid it down, but only as far as Shearer. No, the umpire comes in. He's going to ball this one up. Quickly gets the yellow Shearer into the sky. Manor been everywhere so far. Handballs it back to Humphries. Darting through the middle, but not a great kick. Kicks it straight back to the human quad. And that's Wiedering.
Big quads.
Massive quads, goes wide. Silvani running up from full back, and now he's almost on centre wing. Bouncing ball, good for Cottrell. Cottrell lows the eyes, looking for Fogarty, who's been a marking target so far. He's got players on everywhere. Looks for White, did well, and low down. This kid started his career nicely, and he'll go back to kick a goal from 30 out, pretty much directly in front.
Beautiful kick there by Silvani. That's what broke this piece of play up and brought in the opportunity from the other side of the ground to push down and get dangerous. Could have easily tried to hit the one down the line, but just chose to just bite off a bit more of a 45 opportunity, which come off, and now they get a good look.
Beautiful kick, this boy.
Will White. Daisy has said he never misses. Left foot. And Daisy Mostert.
Well, is a very good kick. It's compact, it's nice, it's left foot, it looks good.
Just couldn't quite do it when we wanted him to. 8-point lead in favour of the Blues, 4-4-28, 3-2-20. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Staff riding off grid with a luxurious Titanium Caravan.
Good name that, Will White.
Willie White.
Got a bit about it.
Tom Stewart took the kick in and went into the pocket to Bailey Smith, who kicks it as high and as far as he can. O'Sullivan went up. Tom DeConey got the fist.
Why was he getting booed then?
Bailey Smith?
Yeah.
Because he is a character, he brings a lot of fun, and opposition fans do not like him.
And he's a good player and he's in form. So it's an absolute compliment. Tom DeConey tried to slap it out wide to Cripps. He did well to get the handball. They're working well together. Hewitt and Walsh, who tries an undergrounder, and he nutmegs Saad. And then it went straight to Tom Stewart. And here he is, Bailey Smith, again with another disposal. Stengel, it was a tough chance to mark. Close coming through with speed. Dangerfield runs to 70. Doesn't blaze away. Puts it into the path of Cameron, who had to dive at full stretch. Almost knocked himself out. And the chance goes begging, and Silvani with a beautiful left foot up finds Charlie Curnow, who wants to go to Mackay. Humphreys got the fist in. Motlop stayed down at ground level, front and square. Can he take it cleanly? Connor O'Sullivan just worried him out of it. Although the handball went straight to Mullen.
Well, they got away one there, the Blues.
And then that was paid for a throw. So the free kick will go the way of Carlton.
Mackay took the advantage.
Yeah, the umpire, he did. And the umpire looked and waited to see what the kick did. And then when it was going away from goal, he said, no, okay, I'll bring it back.
Which isn't the rule.
No.
You have the decision to wait, or you have the decision to go as soon as you hear the whistle, which is lucky. Get one back here, the Blues. Good pressure, though. How was that pick up from O'Sullivan?
Once again, good forward pressure from Carlton. Lockie Fogarty. And 40 out, as opposed to Fogarty. This one's a Fogarty version. He's got his second. And Carlton are putting on a good performance here. They're 5-4-34, out to a game by 14 points. Geelong 3-2-20, Triple M Titanic Caravan scoreboard.
I did mention earlier, Dale, that I thought Geelong were the team that might be a little bit more dangerous off the back of turnover, but it's been Carlton. They've kicked 4 goals, 3 now off turnover.
4 goals, 3 of their 5 goals, 4.
Yeah, to a disorganised defence of Geelong. And if you can get the ball to ground against Geelong, you give yourself a chance to put on that pressure, as they did, and rewarded for a free kick there.
Bringing some heat inside forward 50.
They've had 5 tackles, Carlton, inside their forward 50. To Geelong's 1.
So the Blues making their move here in the second term. They lead by 14 points. Cripps and Smith have a bit of a push and shove in the middle. DeConing won the tap and absolutely smashed into the ground is Holmes by Cripps.
Body slam, that was.
That was a big WWE style. Absolutely got him good. And now the ball pops out. Picking the footy up with Saad. Saad to the 50-metre line. Fisted away is Fogarty again. Elijah Holland's got there first, smothered off the boot. Lawson Humphreys, he's tackled. Fogarty having a big sail in this game at the moment. And tackled will have a ball up just outside 50. Carlton's end.
There was the number 2 rated player in the comp coming into this one, Fogarty, for tackles inside forward 50. He is getting very busy in that area.
Walsh, first possession, got it to Tom DeConing. Threw it on the boot, quick snap at goal, but went out of bounds on the full. And he'll gift his brother another easy start. He'll take the kick in from deep in defence. Blues by 14 points. Geelong just under the pump at the moment. Hit the score in this second quarter. Kick short to Jack Bowe, still inside the defensive 50. Carlton set up well here, team defence, so they're happy to be patient. Short and wide to Bailey Smith. He'll probably love these boos. He'll probably... No, shouldn't say that. He's kicking out on the full and then he gets the cheers. So that was a poor kick. Silvani again uses it nicely to Walsh. Just inside the boundary line, Shane Warne stand side.
That's another thing that Silvani has brought off that back line, that half-back flank. He uses the ball so well. He's a good kick left and right side, and he's bold enough to make the decision to pull the trigger.
There's the sub for the Blues now, Cooper Lord, who's on for Zach Williams, who's been subbed out with a calf injury. Shame for him. His body just lets him down so often. Kick inside 50. Sam DeConing, the fist. Straight to Bailey Smith. A few more fans are starting to join in the boos now. They realise a couple do it. And his kick, though, again, has been chopped off by Adam Sard, who's 70 metres out. A lot of numbers back inside the Blues forward 50. So he's just going to pop it up into the pocket. Fists from blitz halves this time, and the ball eventually will go out of bounds, 40 metres out. Carlton leading by 14 points. We've played 11 minutes in this second term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
So they'd love another one here, the Blues. 20-point margin to be massive in front of 70,000. Sunday afternoon footy on Triple M. You got Daisy, Stevie J, Joey in the front row. You got Ash, and then down on the boundary as we have another ball up.
Patrick, sorry.
Choice Hotels around the grounds while we wait, Ash.
Early today, the Suns defeated the Swans by 38 points.
So the Cats now from half-back. Manor had it, lost it, dropped it, went back in, tried to get it. Well done by Bailey Smith. Received the handball and went on the left to half forward. Looking for Cameron. Dangerfield was there as well. First man at the ground level was Sard. Sard went back. Wiedering dropped it. Had a bit of a moment, but there was cool enough to get it towards Hewitt. Hewitt to Lord. Lord to Elijah Hollins. Right foot inside forward 50. Looking for Curnow. Fisted away from him. Blixards. Brilliant front and centre, and he releases it looking for, but he can't find a teammate. And Carlton through Akers will go back in.
That was an exit mark from Carroll, and now Blake Akers, 70 out. Kicks it high to the top of the square. Tom De Koning under it. O'Sullivan with another spoil. It's about his third in a minute. Here's Durden, who was going to have a snap well done from Stewart. Came forward, got the smother in. And then he falls to the ground. Carlton still pressing. Spills out to Elijah Hollins. Blues up and about. Forward pressure elite once again. And they have got the game on their terms in this quarter. They have doubled Geelong's score. The Cats 3-2-20. Blues 6-4-40. Halfway through the second term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
It's all off territory at the moment. 70% of this quarter being in that forward half of the Blues. They've been awesome. The pressure's high. They're getting it to dangerous spots. I thought there may have been a slight missed opportunity from Akers to lower the eyes, but they seem happy just to get it to the dangerous spot. They're going to rely on that ball coming to ground, which so far that's been the difference in the game. It's coming to ground. They're either getting looks or they're applying enough pressure on the Cats that they get a turnover and score.
Just with the Blues, 6 out of their last 7 scoring shots have come from turnover at 5 goals won. So overall 5-3-33. Cats just the 2 behinds from turnover.
Need to get some ball up there into the ground here, Geelong.
So a 20-point margin. Umpire's going to call that one back.
At some point, if they kept getting beaten around the ball, they might send danger up around the footy.
So Stevie J on Triple M, the Seabus Supers. Holmes out of the middle. They need some run and carry, the Cats, at the moment. Who can provide it for them? Good mark. Going back. Taken by Shannon Neal. And he's about 50 metres out. He's a big kick of the footy and a good kick too.
He got those big quads like Wiedering. Big leg to go through this one. Distance won't be an issue. And this is a much needed steady up. Started in the ruck, pushed hard forward. Good use going inside forward 50.
Adam,
it was Mullen. A dinky one. Must kick.
Yep, I call. No closer until I call.
So big deal. Geelong badly needed. Haven't kicked a goal yet this quarter from 52. Kick on the way. That is a beautiful long kick, but unfortunately out to the right, through for one behind. And it's a 19-point margin. That's on the Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Is that strange that nobody contested that on the line? Or was it comfortably over, Stevie?
You should always have someone on the line, just in case it falls short. Carlton would have taken an uncontested mark.
McGovern.
Jeez, he makes me nervous.
He played on, he kicked it long and high. Durden made the contest. Ground level, Hewitt and Atkins, 2 of the tough nuts of the competition. Spills out, Motwop, Akers running past. That was a clever little give to Hewitt, who was going to lower the shoulders. One umpire called play on, the other one called a free kick, then they call advantage. So the Blues keep running and handballing. Through the middle now, Carroll, Wool on his left. He was just worked off as he went to kick it. Holmes got back. Guthrie under pressure, but it might work out. It fortunately fell to Stengel in the middle of the MCG. He has some runners. Manna had to stand under it. Good work from Ollie Hollands. Got the fist in. Sam DeConing, he did the crumbing, but then he's blazed away on his left boot straight down the throat of Haynes, who's taken another intercept mark. And he goes wide to the sub in Lord, who tried to kick it on an angle. They don't want to straight line the footy. It was risky, but it might work, although Carroll had one arm pinged, and it was by that man, Tommy Atkins, the best tackler in the AFL.
6 tackles already for Atkins, averaging 10 per game this year.
Atkins, yes, Days.
I was just going to say, how many goals has Dempsey kicked today, Ash?
Ollie Dempsey, 1 major.
I reckon he's going to finish with a handful, Stevie, as this game breaks open. He's been out so many times. It's just been poor skill that meant the ball hasn't got to him.
Silvani, a big one-on win against Cameron. Kick into the middle, though, not good. Turnover for the Cats. Clark. The camera pans to Michael Voss, who can't believe the turnover in such a good position. Borgen at the back. Jeremy Cameron on the left. Snaps it over the shoulder. Snaps it back too far. Then through for one behind. It's an 18-point margin. 40 plays, 22.
Bit of a nothing snap, wasn't it, Days?
He could have had 4, Jezza, and he looks like first time he's been on the football field at times as well. He's had a bit of everything. Just out of touch.
Silvani says, I'll do the kicking in. I'm composed and I'll find a target. He does in Ollie Hollands. Junction of the 50-metre line and boundary line. 8 minutes 40 left in the half. Blues by 3 goals. Curnow just came straight on the ground from the bench. Was involved in this big pack. No one could mark it. Atkins got a bit of his own medicine. Was taken down to tackle. Jai Clark. On the ball. He got the handball away, but the umpire who was in the corridor said that it was illegal. Free kick to Walsh. And Walsh runs around in circles, then in the end goes down the line. It was a poor option. They could have raffled it. It was Sam DeConing, who's getting a pretty good sight this afternoon, Tuman. What's his numbers on the Reds? Sam DeConing.
4th intercept mark, 9 disposals, 7 intercepts in total.
So DeConing and O'Sullivan, you've said, have taken 7 intercept marks between them.
Spot on, Joey.
Oof, it's an exciting duo, isn't it, for the next 10 years?
Oh, 100%. I love the fact that Geelong intercept the ball there, but Carlton's been really switched on to then take away their ball movement. Normally off the back of intercept, that's your chance to go.
Yours, handball.
White, forward handball. They're out here. Durden. Curnow peels back into the pocket, and Curnow's got it. He's got players on.
Don't.
Daisy says don't.
There's a fine line between unselfish, Nathan, and doing exactly what the side needs, and that's to run around and kick a snap here.
Curnow's kicked 1. Should have had a couple. Has allowed a few to bounce through. 1, which bounced to the left and through for a behind. A little bit unselfish. He'll kick this from 35. He's up against the boundary. To the punt road end. Snaps the footy back perfectly. And they lead by 4 goals. The last 4 of the game to Carlton, the only 4 of this quarter, 7-4-46. The Cats are 3-4-22.
When I talk about Geelong taking away their ball movement, they like to build the ball up, the Cats. They like to go back at you off intercept, but they're normally pretty good at identifying the dangerous space and being able to chip the ball and then find the moment to go at the opposition, whereas Carlton now, switched on really quickly defensively, forced Geelong back long down the line and then won the ball back and went back through them. What are the uncontested marks?
That's a good
spot on. Look at those uncontested marks, Daisy. So Geelong usually average 86 per game, ranked number 3 in the comp. Today just a 25. Blues are actually plus 17 in that stat.
Defended well all year, the Blues, haven't they? Their team defence has been good. They just haven't been able to get their offence going until recent weeks. And now they look like they may be humming. They put 46 on the board with still plenty of time to play before the half. Tom DeConing. Got one high. We'll get the free kick. That was in the ruck contest against Reece Stanley.
Getting in.
Yeah, he's taking his time, and everyone's just got back into the defensive 50. And now he's forced to kick a tumbler. Won't favour anybody. Smith, clever, didn't take possession, got it down to Bowes. He's kicked towards Dangerfield. Haven't seen much of a one-on-one. That's what he can do if he gets the one-on-ones. He wins it. 55 out. He looks up. He wants to go in deep. He does go deep. The kick, chopped off. Did well. And in the end, the kick's been picked off by O'Connor. Is it Cameron? O'Connor it is. So De Koning blew that one. What was going on there? He just tried a little dinky pass.
He muffed it.
Lord slip, but still it was going to be picked off anyway. And the Blues might gift a goal here to Mark O'Connor, who's only kicked 9 goals in his 128 games of AFL footy. We're putting this in the book, Stevie?
Yep.
Just caressed it nicely. Good finish. Cats needed that one. They get their 4th. They go to 4-4-28. Carlton 7-4-46. 6 minutes to play. Second term Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Well, it ends up being a gift. There was some good work getting back. Ollie Hollins, I think it was, on the Harvey Norman. Stanley was in a one-on-one. He released. He was about to mark it. Hollins broke it up. And then just a gift there. That's the most dangerous they've looked in a couple of minutes, Geelong. Dangerfield, a one-on-one, and then choosing the right option going forward. A must-needed goal. This relieves a little bit of the pressure because they were absolutely under the pump.
Harvey Norman replay, just saw again.
The slip
Tom
definitely
DeConing.
cost them.
Yeah, short kick picked off. Harvey Norman, April super deals, shop TVs, vacuums, laptops, mobiles, furniture, bedding and more in store and online. Harvey Norman, April super deals, best prices guaranteed.
Brownie and I both went in. We've got on the digital upgrades from the books at the moment.
I'm pretty happy with mine too. Ball back to the middle, Cats lifting. Last goal to O'Connor, but the Blues have won this one. Bouncing ball, but the only man getting behind it was Lawson Humphries, who's played a pretty good game, Ash.
Lawson Humphries, 11 disposals, 70% by foot.
Gives it to Mullins. Out in the path of the young man in Wiltshire. His first look at it. Inside forward 50 to Leeds. Come close was there. Silvani, read it best. Looking more and more like his dad every day in defence. Very comfortable. Sard, centre half back with a left.
Oh, out everywhere.
Looking forward, finding Fogarty. They are out. He needs to go quick though. Short ball to Durden. Durden needs to go as well. Curnow leads now. And that is an awful kick. Straight back to Lawson Humphries. Couldn't have butchered it anymore.
What I love about the Cats' defence though, some other defences they just would have come forward because that's what they get told and gifted him an easy goal. They just stayed back and they had the short kick, blocked up the 50, and now they get it to the wing, but it's been picked off by Matt Carroll. He just goes lateral to Haynes and a little bit of lull in the action. Everyone's set their defence. Haynes not sure what he's going to do. He runs and handballs back to Carroll. So off one step on the left towards Curnow, who just outreached O'Sullivan. He'll kick it from just outside 50 on a 50-degree angle. But if he gets that little left to right shape going, he'll kick it and give a double cobra.
Yeah, on that occasion, O'Sullivan, he's been backing his judgment really well and intercept marking, but that was a 50-50. He just needed to put a fist through the ball, get it to ground.
Had one of those last week against the Hawks as well. Still learning. It's all part of the process.
This will be a good kick, but he's more than capable of kicking this, Charlie. For goal number 3.
End zone.
Just kept it skinny side.
Jeez, he hit it well.
He flushed it. Robbo, Bob Jane, team mark.
Shannon Neal on, left calf, heavily strapped. Just ran out limping. He's on Silvani at the moment in the middle of the ground, so we'll see how he goes.
Bob Jane team arts, buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. Cats trailing by 19.
Humphries, good kick from defence all the way down to Jeremy Cameron at half-back. Cameron's numbers, Ash?
Jeremy Cameron, 5 disposals, 2 behinds.
Had a strange day, and that's an even stranger thing, and Charlie Curnow didn't use it that well. He smothered the football, it bounced back to him, and then he had a flying shot from near the boundary when he had players on. He was too unselfish early, and on that occasion he probably should have given it off. Nah. Have a crack at it. It's a boundary throw-in. Up against the point post for the Blues. De Koning and Blixarves. De Koning won it down. Chera was there. Got his handball to Cottrell. Cottrell spun around in the tackle. Opportunity with Fogarty. De Koning will kick a goal. The Blues have had a big quarter. 5 goals to 1. And they lead by 25 points.
Geez, the Cats have looked vulnerable down there, and they're deep inside their defensive 50. Whenever the ball's been on the ground, Carlton's been at them. On that occasion, they forced a handball, which was just given with a little bit too much punch. Dropped the ground again, and just the pressure just applied.
Goals there, guys.
Gave them another opportunity to kick a goal deep inside their forward 50.
And this is when you've got a smallish forward line, so you've got the two big boys, Curnow and Mackay, out there, but then you're going with the genuine mosquito fleet at ground level. It sort of just continues to be infectious. If somebody lays a tackle that gets there resulting in a goal, you know you're getting it deep. They start to hunt in numbers, and they're rocking up at the moment. There's no easy possession for the Cats, and that will continue to grow for the Blues that want to apply us the pressure and get some shots on goal.
25 points the margin. Is that a game high, Chew?
That is a game high, Joey.
And De Koning again with another clearance, although chopped off by Lawson Humphries. How many scores have been launched for the Blues from inside their forward 50? I'll get you in a minute, Chew. Close to the mark. Handballs to Manor. Had Stengel on a lead in the pocket. Instead, he tried to go for the harder kick to Neal, who couldn't take the mark. Blues are swarming from everywhere, and they win the ball back. Saad to McGovern. And they dodge a bullet there, and it finds Hewitt, who wanted to give it to Walsh. He didn't give the handball. Eventually, he goes for the short kick.
So they've kicked 18 points inside their attacking 50. Two straight 12 from turnover, Joey. One straight from stoppage.
Chera receives from Walsh at half-back.
Stay outside, Brad. Stay outside.
What are his numbers, Ash?
He's racked up 20 disposals.
Already. He's coming off 28 last week.
He averaged 33 last 4 v Geelong.
He didn't want to go forward. He asked Carroll to come up from behind him and get into a position, and Carroll kicks an absolute mung, but it might work out. No, it doesn't. It bounced through and found Stewart. Stewart to Dempsey. Here's Daisy's man. He's going to kick a half a dozen today. Inside forward 15, Wiedering, 1 by 2. He's just leading in a merry dance down there. A bit like the Pied Piper. And Wiedering in the back pocket. Goes long.
De Koning, that's Sam in the contest. Motlop, front and square. Hewitt feeds it back to Saad. He's got a bit of time and space to assess his options, and went to Hewitt, but Stewart, as he can do, read the cues and punched it out of bounds. So minute 37 on the clock. It's Carlton, 8-5-53, Geelong, 4-4-28.
Joey, the Blues have already racked up 36 entries and a half inside 50, so they picked up their first 30 inside 50s inside the first 50 minutes of play. That's their quickest of all time against the Cats.
Oh. We're here too, Ash. That's just Joey.
Sorry.
Joey.
Good stat, Chew. You know I love those ones. Is that a skewered stat?
It is for Red Z.
Yeah, well done. Nana wins the clearance. Slow and hard to Cameron, who's taken a nice mark in front of Silvani. That wasn't easy. It was floating. Sauce was on his hammer, but he took it in the chest, and he'll have a shot for goal. He'll snap this out 40 metres, 45-degree angle. Waste no time. Bends it back and snuck it home. It's been a funny old day for Cameron and Curnow. They've both done some good stuff and some funny stuff, but they're having some influence. That's his first, Jeremy Cameron, and they get it back to 19 points, 8-5-53. Geelong 5-4-34. Stevie, question for you. Grand final day is tomorrow. Who are you taking, Jeremy Cameron or Charlie Curnow?
I'm a little bit biased, Joey. Ex-teammate of mine, Jeremy Cameron. He is a superstar. They're both superstars, but it's been a little bit more consistent.
Jeremy Cameron, Charlie Curnow, Paul Curtis.
Paul Curtis. That's an easy one.
Back to 19
He's officially
points.
your boy.
He's your boy. They needed that one, Geelong, just to get some momentum before the half.
Harvey Norman replay. There should have been somebody on the goal line. That went through shoulder height.
So the Cats 2 of the last 3. Got this margin back to 19 and starting to look a lot more manageable.
Coming back this way, don't set up behind you.
Curnow's just pushing back behind the ball. They'd like to hold on to this lead till half-time.
Stevie J on the Seabus Supers, not much gets past him. And now Jeremy Cameron comes up to the stoppage.
Watch Cameron, watch Cameron.
You can hear the umpire saying, watch Cameron, watch Cameron.
Why do they need to say that?
I'm not sure, but he's in, he's out, he's pushing forward, he's got Saad at the moment, so if they get a high ball, the Cats, I'd back Cameron over Saad. Who's going to win this one? Centre half back, inching ball to Koning. Quick handball, a lot of players around this, not getting out anywhere. We'll have another ball up. So Jeremy Cameron comes up with the stoppage again, and now Silvani takes it.
Chair up.
35 seconds to go before half-time. Been a good half of footy. Here's Ollie Hollands. No, that's Elijah.
Yeah, they've put 2 players up around the stoppage and 1 behind the ball, so they're only playing with the 4 forwards at the moment.
A better-looking one.
3.
So to Koning, quick handball, Paddy Cripps. But the Blues got a late one in them. Skewed off the side of the boot, was good enough to get the Cottrell. Here is Ollie Hollands, running hard as always. Can't mark it. Ball out of bounds on the outer side. Down to 11 seconds to go before half-time. 53 plays 34. The Blues in front.
Find out Piers.
It was good chase by Mark O'Connor. He had to make up about 10 metres.
George.
And this will be the final play of the half. The half that Carlton have controlled. Big game for them. Trying to make it through on the trot. Stanley, the umpire threw it in short, grabbed it, handball. Ollie Hollands wrapped up, and now there will be no time for either team to score.
Thanks, Patrick.
An entertaining second half will be set up here, the Blues.
Tom, just clear out of the way. Backing out this way.
They are doing nicely. 8 goals to 5 in the first half. Their forward pressure's been on, their clearance game has been on, and they are taking it up to one of the best teams in the competition, the Cats. Fogarty's got 2, Curno's got 2, Zach Williams got subbed out after kicking 1, and all single goal kickers for Geelong. Bailey Smith leading the way with 16 disposals. Sam Walsh has 20, but at half-time, it's the Geelong Cats trailing the Blues by 19 points for McDonald's and Ream Hotwater. Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter, the Titanium Caravans. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
For Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks.
Footy mania.
Hot water needs replacing? Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumho free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus, receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Go Harvey Norman. April's super deals on now. Save over $500 on Sony's 75-inch 4K TV. Save $600 on Electrolux French door fridge. Save $200 on Acer Aspire Intel Core i5 laptop. Save $350 on Samsung Galaxy S24. 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses. And X-Display and floor stock furniture priced to clear. More super savings in store and online. Harvey Norman April's super deals. Best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumho free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus, receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. RedZ, backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Seabus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Seabus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
M Sport.
Uncover well-kept secrets with listeners' lineup of investigative podcasts. Download the free Listener app and search Uncover.
Hey there, it's Stephen Zoyce with you. The Suns have shrugged off a slow start to belt the Swans up on the Gold Coast. The hosts went down by as much as 29 points early, but fought back big time en route to a 38-point win. Bailey Humphrey telling Fox Sports there's still a bit to work on.
We've probably had a slow start the last couple of weeks, but I think we get going after half-time and then, put them to the sword a bit.
The Suns now move back into third at 5-1. Meanwhile, Sydney are in all sorts of trouble following their third straight loss. They now sit at 2-5. And an injury concern for the Blues at the G. Carlton's Zach Williams was subbed off late in the first quarter with a calf injury. Geelong's Tom Stewart was also seen hobbling from the ground, but later returned to the field.
The most unbelievable stories you've never heard.
Are you serious?
Sports Bizarre.
I'm quite exhausted.
Download the Listener app to listen for free.
17 degrees at the MCG at halftime between the Blues and Cats as Triple M rocks footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
It's Triple M's
Footy Mania. This halftime break for Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today.
Halftime MCG, and it's Carlton leading Geelong by 19 points, 8-5-53 to Geelong 5-4-34. Carlton have really dominated territory, played it in their forward half, winning clearance. We'll get the numbers from Shoeman in just a moment, but this is the halftime break for Specsavers Audiology. Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with Specsavers hearing expert today. Stevie J will also give us his thoughts on the first half. But Shoeman, what are these Red Z Lending numbers telling us about the first half?
Spoke about the territory battle, Joey. So 36 inside 50s already for the Blues and a half. The AFL average is 27. They're plus 12. Geelong are at 24. They're dominating clearances at plus 14. Broken even in terms of scores from stoppages, 3-1-19 apiece. But it's their turnover game, their pressure inside the attacking 50. Carlton have laid 7 tackles inside forward 50 to the Cats 1. They've scored 2 goals from turnover inside their forward 50 as well. The AFL average is 8 points for an entire game. Individually, Sam Walsh, leading ball winner with 20 disposals. Hewitt, 16, a couple of clearances. De Koning, that's Tom, 15 possessions, 4 clearances, 19 hitouts, but 7 of those to advantage. Throwing a major as well. Cripps busy with 14 and 5 clearances. Elijah Hollands, 13, a goal and 4 score involvements. And for the Cats, Smith has had 16, 445 metres gained, going at 55% by foot. Manor, 10 touches and 7 tackles. Sam De Koning and O'Sullivan, they've taken 8 intercept marks combined, and they've both had 10 disposals each as well.
That's because the ball's been down there a fair bit in that first half. Stevie Johnson, your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought Carlton early on in the game were blazing away a little bit from the clearances where they were really strong and playing into Geelong's hands, but as the game wore on, they were able to chain the ball a little bit more and bring those defenders out of Geelong that pressed up, and then they got even numbers inside 50. That's why they're able to create a contest, get the ball to ground, and then, as Truman mentioned, their pressure was outstanding at ground level, and they just created opportunities out of nothing. So I thought it was fantastic. Their midfield was well on top. Thought Tom De Koning led the way in the ruck. Walsh was very busy. And, yeah, they're looking really strong leading into this second half.
Do you think Geelong needs to change up anything structurally? So we've seen most of the first half they've allowed Carlton to have the extra number at stoppage, and they like to play the +1. Do you think they persist with that, or do they try something different?
Yeah, potentially. I wouldn't be surprised. I know Dangerfield's been extremely dangerous as a forward, and last week they were challenged as well, and they kept him forward, and he had his moments when the ball went inside 50 in the second half of that game. But I wouldn't be surprised if in this second half he comes out, because he has been relatively quiet with the ball not going down there a whole lot. He'd have plenty of energy to burn. Maybe throw him up there for 10 or 15 minutes, see if they can get some ascendancy from clearance and some inside 50s, and then just see what happens from there.
Choice Hotels around the grounds. Choice Hotels get you more for your money, so you can check into more. Get the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. The game earlier today, Chew, and there's another game that has just started.
Yeah, Suns defeated the Swans by 38 points, 17-15, 117. Sydney 12-7, 79. The Swans actually led by 29 points 20 minutes into that second quarter as well. And later today, Joey, coming up very shortly, it's Hawthorn taking on the Eagles at Marvel Stadium, 4:45.
Yeah, it's very good. Hey, the Amy Clangers. When Amy Clangers happen, it's lucky that you are with Amy, and this is how we saw it in the first half.
Declaring a tumbling ball. Paddy Cripps got runners to the left, got runners to the right, decides to sell some candy. He looked for Curnow at the top of the square. The kick is brilliant, and Curnow let it go. He let it go again. The first one worked out. The second one burnt left and threw for one behind. And Paddy Cripps just says, mate, mark the next one, please.
And that's the fine line you walk. Being unselfish and doing the right thing, or making an absolute certainty of it. I love the intention.
That's crap.
Yes, that was crappy. He cost himself a goal, cost his team a goal, trying to do the right thing, but you can't blame Charlie Curnow. That is the Amy Clanger. We will take a break. It is Carlton leading by 19 points, but earlier, after the game against the Gold Coast Suns, Triple M caught up with Ben King.
Ben, congratulations, awesome win, 5 goals for you personally, but the question on everyone's lips is, what did Dimmer say at half-time?
Oh, he kind of backed us in, really. I think we had a few areas that we wanted to mop up, and we were able to do that in the third quarter, but yeah, he's got so much confidence in our game plan and the blokes in our team, so he backed us to get it done, and yeah, we responded really well in the third.
Kingy, 5 goals from a personal perspective, back to the top of the Coleman leaderboard. How does it fill you with confidence to, I mean, I know it's not about the individual stuff, but for you as the spearhead up forward to be kicking goals the way you are, it must make you happy?
To be honest, it's just a culmination of the team effort and the team playing well, to be honest. Like, our backs were superb today, our mids got on top in that third, and yeah, some of the ball coming in, it makes it fun to play football ahead of the ball. So yeah, it's a credit to all the other boys, really.
Kingy, best start to a season that the club's ever had. That must make everyone very happy and very proud. But last week it was a little bit of a glitch. Was that touched on it all through the week?
Yeah, it was. Obviously, it wasn't at all the way we wanted to play last week, but I'm really proud of the group that we didn't let that turn into a snowball into another loss. So it was a really mature response, and they really challenged us today as well. So it could have been easy to roll over, but yeah, we really dug in.
Kingy, can you talk about the inclusion or the arrival at the club of your 2 half-backs, Dan Rioli and John Noble? I mean, were both spectacular today, and it seems like they brought something new to the club that hasn't been there before.
Yeah, they're unreal. Their confidence and their run off half-back, yeah, it changes the game for us, I think. Yeah, when those 2 boys get the ball in their hands, yeah, it opens the ground up, and they break lines and yeah, make it an exciting brand of football. So they've started the year unreal.
Kingy, as a forward, I know how important it is to kick goals, and you've been doing that, but sometimes people potentially can let you down at the other end of the ground. And I speak of Mac Andrew in the last couple of weeks, how he's been fired up. He's given away a few free kicks. Again, he sort of mentioned something to the umpire today. And I know Dimmer doesn't want to take that aggression away from him, but have any of the other members of the team sort of got hold of him and said, Mac, we just got to settle you down, mate?
No, Mac hasn't let us down at all. I think there are moments where he does take it too far, but that's part of being a young player who plays with that edge. So yeah, we would never take that edge away. It's what makes him such a special player, and yeah, he'll learn and get older and stuff. But yeah, we just keep backing in. I love what he's bringing.
And before we let you go, the boy from Maui, Bailey Humphrey, had a big old afternoon. Can you explain what the horn celebration means?
I have no idea, guys. He's always cooking up some sort of celebration. So yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
Ben King, you're outstanding today. A fistful of goals for you. Top of the Coleman, but most importantly, win number 5 to start the season. Well done.
Love it. Thanks for that, guys.
That was Ben King there off the back of his 5 goals today in the Gold Coast Suns' big 39-point win against the Sydney Swans. Well, a big half coming up right after this for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy from the MCG.
That halftime break for Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's, Triple M rocks.
Footy Mania.
Go Harvey Norman. April's super deals on now. Save over $500 on Sony's 75-inch 4K TV. Save $600 on Electrolux French door fridge. Save $200 on Acer Aspire Intel Core i5 laptop. Save $350 on Samsung Galaxy S24. 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses. And X-Display and floor stock furniture priced to clear. More super savings in store and online. Harvey Norman April's super deals. Best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumo free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus, receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Go Harvey Norman. April's super deals on now. Save over $500 on Sony's 75-inch 4K TV. Save $600 on Electrolux French door fridge. Save $200 on Acer Aspire Intel Core i5 laptop. Save $350 on Samsung Galaxy S24. 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses. And X-Display and floor stock furniture priced to clear. More super savings in store and online. Harvey Norman April's super deals. Best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumo free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus, receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
It's Triple M's
Footy Mania. This quarter for Beacon Trade, they've got the downlights, fans and switches. Whatever the project, they've got you covered. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
Yes, from McDonald's, the Macca's new McSmart meal is here. Get a cheeseburger, small fries and a soft drink, plus your choice of side for just $6.95. T's and C's apply. That sounds good. We've had our little sausage rolls and meat pies and a cup of tea, and we are ready for a big second half here at the MCG. Both teams back out onto the field. Dale Thomas is here, Stevie J, Ash Stewart, Nathan Brown. Robbo's on the boundary line. Of course, Dale Thomas, before this game gets underway in the third quarter, what do you want to see from the Cats to try and get themselves back in it?
I want to see a little bit more kick mark, build the ball up. Stevie was spot on in his assessment throughout that first half that the Blues had done a really good job. As soon as Geelong intercepted, they either made them go straight back down the line, it's the numbers, or took away their ability to go short and find a composed possession. If they can do that, the Cats, we know how much firepower they've got, and the Blues need to be absolutely on high alert because they will take it on. They'll be trying something here. The Cats, they're very well drilled, they're very smart, so I look forward to seeing what that is. I'm not sure if G-Man touched on the fact that the Blues are often leading at half-time in every one of their games. The only side left in the competition after the Adelaide Crows were behind at half-time, but the only two halves they've gone on to win have been the last 2 weeks against West Coast and North Melbourne.
Good little nugget. That is a good little nugget from Dale Thomas. Triple M Cbus Super special comments. Cbus Super making hard work pay off. Robbo's caught up with his mate Dr. Peter Larkins at halftime. He's back down his spot on the boundary. Just a recap of what's happened so far, please, Robbo.
Well, Zach Williams is the one. He got a calf injury very early, so they had to make the sub. So Cooper Lord came on for Carlton, and we thought that Ollie Henry would be on because of Tom Stewart. He was hobbling around. The club must know, the doctors must know exactly what's going on, whether it's bone bruising or some sort of discomfort through that right knee. So he was hobbling around for a good 10 minutes, but was able to survive. He's out there again, flexing it and warming up. So he'll go into the second half. Still a bit proppy, but he's pretty gutsy, Tom Stewart.
Bob Jane T-Marts, buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. Both teams break from their huddles. They get into positions. Of course, while you're backing your footy team, Beacon Trade's got your next project covered. Fans, downlights for any install, plus a massive range of lighting and even free lighting design services to help nail those big jobs. Back yourself with the best lighting and electrical for residential jobs. Beacon Trade, let's make light work. Stevie J, for the Carlton fans listening, are you confident with the footy they're playing they can hold on?
They've really impressed me today, Joey. They need to keep winning the ball around the contest and keep that pressure up for 4 quarters. If they're able to do that, I think they can win this game of footy, but it should be a good finish.
And hopefully they've learnt, Daisy, from their second half fade out so far. We spoke to Ash Hansen, the Carlton assistant coach, pre-game. He said it had been a focus. They've been better the last couple of weeks, but they haven't faced an opponent like this. Third quarter about to get underway. MCG, here's the best in the business, Nathan Brown.
Beautiful day too at the MCG.
Right up.
So the Blues lead by 19 points. Curnow has a couple. Cameron got his first just before half-time, and the umpire didn't bounce it straight.
Tyson,
do it again.
Adam.
Any changes, as you can see, boys?
Put Stengel into the middle. He'll probably swap with Bailey Smith after the bounce.
The Cats will go forward first, but standing tall down there is Haynes.
Been
He
good
feeds
today.
the ball off. He has been to McGovern. McGovern looking for Curnow. Elevates himself and marks. He's 60 out. Does he go for home?
End zone.
He goes the low, darting ball. Got out the back. Can they get their foot to it? Mackay picked it up and then just shoveled it out. Didn't really go anywhere. Ball in the back pocket. The Cats need to be careful here. The ball lands nicely for Bailey Smith, who's got a runner on the outside in Stengel.
And Bailey Smith runs on. Stengel put the handball to space, and he gets it forward to Manor. If he's clean, he's got a bit of time. He goes on the left, which clearly he doesn't kick on too often because it was a wonky one. And it didn't favour any of his forwards. McGovern coughed it up though. Might open the door for Geelong. He has to go back. McGovern. And we'll get a ball up. Centre wing. MCC member side of the MCG. Lights are on, starting to get dark.
Behind me, George and Sean.
Perfect Sunday afternoon for footy. Two teams battling it out.
No.
Cripps try to play for the free kick. You heard the umpire say no. Stanley on hands and knees. So's Bowes. Nobody drags it in. Umpire gives them a chance to get it out. Dempsey tries to toe poke it, only as far as Sard, who wins it, and the forward handball to Elijah Hollands, who cleverly knocks it over the top of Stewart to Fogarty, whose kick wasn't good for Curnow, got it on the bounce. Walsh running past, he's had a massive first half, but he almost lets it go, and Holmes swoops in and gets the 1-2, and now it's Maxi Boy who's running through the middle of the MCG. He's kicked to Stanley, almost chopped off by De Koning, who let it go begging. Stanley back to close. This has been played in slow motion, this little passage of play, and in the end Jeremy Cameron found himself in space over the back. Both teams made it look difficult, and Jeremy Cameron will have a snap from about 30 metres out to kick his second and to bring the margin back to 13 points. He's got it. He's kicked 2. And they kick their 6th. 6-4-40 to 8-5-53. 13 points, early stages. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
When that ball came through the centre corridor, looking like it was going to find the ruckman in Stanley, Mitch McGovern took off on a 40-metre press, which left Jezza all free out the back, all by himself, and he did a decent enough job in the end, McGovern, of almost intercepting, but almost at this level doesn't get it done, and that's why the Cats kick one from 15 metres out. Bit of ball movement from the Cats, Stevie? You happy with them trying to take it through the corridor, try a few more things?
Yeah, 100%, and that was Max Holmes. He started off the back of that contest, so they've sent in Manor around the ball. They sent in Dempsey to that stoppage as well, and Stengel was around the centre bounce, which he's back there again. He's doing a swap, as I said, with Bailey Smith after the contest.
So back in the middle, the Cats have got the last 2 through Cameron, 3 of the last 4, and they're starting to come at the Blues. Got on by Haynes.
That's his 5th intercept mark, Nick Haynes. Been good today.
2020, he's All-Australian here.
That's not a great kick, though.
Maybe he's not.
Blixarves should have marked it, didn't. Elijah Hollins let it go through, picking the football up, and doing a nice job was Atkins to Manor. Manor low ball. The lead from Dangerfield is good. Hard to stop when you turn it over like that. Carlton's foot skills, a couple of times going forward. They had Curnow out on a couple of occasions. Mackay early, and just at their feet. And the Cats at the moment are making the most of their foot skills, Stephen.
This will take a very good kick. I reckon it's the hardest pocket on the MCG to kick goals from. 40 metres out. What do you reckon?
Stevie's still filthy that Dangerfield was getting cheered as an Adelaide player against Geelong. Across the face, won't be a goal. Neil couldn't mark it. Blues need to be careful. Ollie Dempsey. Daisy said he'd kick a handful. He's got 2. And the Cats have got 4 of the last 5.
He's such a smart winger. Works down, and that sort of wasn't, if I'm being completely honest, the fashion in which I thought he'd be kicking them. He was getting out on the fat side. He's been head-to-head with Blake Acres a lot, and Acres probably erring more on offensive running for the Carlton football and their turnovers, because they were turning the ball over so much in that first half, and he's just continuing to get looks. He's so dangerous, and he makes the most of the opportunities he gets, Stevie.
And the Cats 6 out of the last 7 inside 50s. Disposals this quarter, 23-10 Geelong's way.
Yes. Yeah, great bit of individual brilliance. Harvey Norman replay. It was off Sam Walsh. It was just caught napping Harvey Norman. April super deals. Shop for TVs, vacuums, laptops, mobiles, furniture, bedding and more. In-store and online. Harvey Norman, April super deals. Best prices guaranteed. Back to 7 points. Game on here at the MCG. De Koning and Stanley continue their battle. Stengel still in the centre bounce. Cripps, clearance number 6. It's a good one too. Handball over the top to Chera. Drives it inside 50. Intercept mark number 5 for Connor O'Sullivan.
Spot on.
Oh. Got it quickly to Holmes, and now the dashing to Koning. That's Sam. Has, Smith in a bit of space at half forward.
Good grab.
And he wheels and goes. Stengel wants it short. He avoids him and goes long into Dangerfield, but Silvani was right there. Fist in, just like his old man did 10,000 times with a boundary throw in. 40 metres out from the Cats' goal, but they're coming hard this quarter.
Just the mindset there to take the game on a little bit more. The intercept off half-back, and they went quicker than what they have in those previous 2 quarters.
So the Cats in attack, a boundary throw in. Bowes tackled as he kicked it, but he got a good piece of it. Wiedering goes back. Cameron was there. Everybody fell over. Now they've got the numbers, the Blues. Can they think their way through this? They can't. Pressure is good. Looking for a free kick. Jeremy Cameron went through. That'll be a free kick against him for a high fend-off. Free kick will go to Hewitt. What are his numbers today, Ash?
George Hewitt, Red Z lending stats. 16 touches, 2 clearances.
It's been good, but not as prolific. Handball to Sard. Sard in the back pocket. It's 3-on-1 out there, and he's going to have to step it over the boundary line, which he does. That was smart by Sard. He looked up, there was Cats everywhere. Chris Scott can't believe it.
Yeah, it should be a free kick. If you've got prior opportunity and then you get tackled just because you go over the boundary line.
Yep. Your prior is looking up if you then get tackled over the boundary line for not getting rid of the ball.
Boundary throw in, 50 out. Stanley grabs it out of the ruck. Manor wraps around the contest. Haynes again. Intercept mark number 6. He's enjoying playing on the smalls. And now the Blues want to get it moving. Handball to Acres, who went lateral to Wiedering. He does very rarely does anything reckless, Wiedering. Gives it back to Haynes. Now McGovern, he does reckless stuff all the time. That one just came off into the corridor to Hewitt. But he's held up by Bailey Smith. They played 7.5 minutes, third term. First 2 goals of this quarter to Geelong. They're back within 7. Silvani, another nice kick, uses it well to Chera. Inboard to McGovern. So they've built this up well here, the Blues, but this is the important one. The kick inside 50. It's a low dart to Curnow in a 1-on-1 against Zach Guthrie. Good defence. Guthrie held him up well. Didn't allow the mark. Some fans thought it might have been a hold, but we'll get a boundary throw in. 20 metres around from the Blues goal.
Tom! Mark! So they had a goal here, the Blues. 4 of the last 5 going to Geelong. So Durden at the bottom of this pack. Just running in on his own at the moment. Opportunity for Durden. Fogarty's been good. Handball out. Oh, Walsh went without it. Opportunity gone begging. And now the kick comes out, but only as far as Akers, who can kick a long ball, can butcher a footy as well. Chips the lead to Walsh, and it's good too. Walsh missed the ball before, went with the one hand without it. This to make up for that. You have to kick it 45 metres, 45-degree angle.
Really good work rate there from Walsh. He was at the initial stoppage. He had to make up for that first poor disposal.
Numbers for Sam Walsh, Ash.
Sam Walsh leading ball winner on the ground with 21 touches.
Career set shots, 6 goals, 6, going at 50%.
It's not many set shots, is it?
That's not a lot. Normally kicks them on the run. This from 48. It's not going to be a score. Won't make it. And then through for a rush behind. Cats deal with that one. 8-point lead to the Blues. Beacon Trade scoreboard. They've got downlights, fans, switches, whatever the project. They've got you covered. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
Stuart short to Jeremy Cameron, who's come all the way up to the back pocket. For no real reason.
Switches on.
That's what he does, Stevie. You saw it before, Cat Jezza. It was Zach Guthrie. There's Lawson Humphries up ahead. Takes the mark. Normally a good user. Bailey Smith working hard for him as an option. That's inboard. Instead he wants to stay down the line. And Haynes again. Intercept mark number.
That's number 7.
Well done, Chew, man. 10. No one's ever taken more than 10. There's been a heap that have taken 10.
It's a real black hole.
It's a real sort of barrier that no one can break. What? Herb Elliott trying to break the 4-minute barrier. Is it Herb Elliott?
Not Herb.
Trying to break the 4-minute barrier. Someone will get there eventually.
I think we'd be talking about Herb today, but here we are. Haynes.
More
Curnow, big mark.
Your herbs and spices dealt with.
Threw himself at it, and the Blues need this.
He's been good. Curnow, this is probably the best 3 quarters of footy he's played so far this year.
This is a good spot to kick a drop punt from, I reckon, Dale.
Yeah, and for him too. So we're right behind it. He'll just wheel. You'll almost see him go through the gap between the Telstra sign and the 50.
Starts it out right, it goes left and then comes
right
back
again.
late right.
Yeah, but will never leave the inside the post.
He's kicked 2. Starting to get in some nice form.
There it is.
Curnow
come back now.
Starts it left. Stevie called it. Charlie Curnow delivered. The Blues needed that one badly, and they lead by 14 points. Curnow's got 3.
No, that'll be the next thing we need to get from Harvey Norman, Stevie, is a ball tracker.
Sure.
Because that would have been absolutely beautiful. The little tight draw to start, then just faded back past the goalpost. A much needed goal, and a nice option too to have a big power forward. He's confident. It's been a good matchup between him and O'Sullivan on that occasion. That's a nice finish, Stevie. Are you going around the grounds or are we going to
Two-man's doing the Choice Hotels around the grounds.
8 to go before quarter time, Joey. Hawthorn 2-4-16. Eagles 1 straight 6.
This way, please. Watch out.
Wouldn't mind being in that Hawks forward line today.
Fill your boots day, you reckon, Stevie?
100%.
He had enough of them at the Cats. He played against the Demons and the Blues, and
well, pretty much everyone.
Everyone. Down at Kardinia Park. So back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Blitzarves having a stint. Won the clearance. Got it to Jai Clark. To Jezza Cameron. Could have been a free kick. McGovern did well. Now Sard. They went Wolf even though he handballed it. McGovern sweeps the handball. Shearer has Hewitt working hard. O'Sullivan came off his man. He took a risk because it was off Curnow, and it worked beautifully because he won the ball back, young O'Sullivan, but he missed Blitzarves and kicked it straight back to Mitch McGovern. I'll slow the ball down. 6 intercept marks already this quarter to Carlton. Haynes has taken 3 of them. And McGovern goes towards Tom De Koning, who flies. Got 2 hands to it, couldn't bring it down. Atkins wrapped up by Paddy Cripps, free kick holding the ball.
Curnow's pushed forward, he doesn't have a matchup.
And that's where they go. The ball's a bit low, got him on the bounce. Might be tackled, just stood there. They all came to him. Top of the square. Sam did. What about the little man? He almost touched the sky. That's a big grab over Sam de Koning. Even Sam de Koning appreciates it. That's as big as you see. That could be one of the ones at the end of the year that we're voting on.
It's the perfect setup, wasn't it? The perfect storm. Quick kick, not too dissimilar to the Gary Moorcroft.
Oh.
Not the mark, but the setup.
Big mark, can he finish? You bet he can. Having a nice patch at the moment, Durden, the last couple of weeks. And he rode Sam de Koning's shoulders, and the Blues lead by 20.
He took one last Friday as well.
He loves going for him, doesn't he?
And when that came in, you're right, Steve, it was set up perfectly, and I was interested to see what he was going to do, because I was sort of doing the sums if he had the hops to get up there, if he was just going to sort of knee him in the back and come back on it, but that was proper elevation. Harvey Norman replay.
He puts the knee into de Koning's head.
Yeah, he got right up there. There you go. Smile on his face, and so it should be. All right, Brownie, so just in case it is one of the ones at the end of the year, are you happy with the call of it?
Oh, I was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, although he's looking at the Harvey Norman replay now, and you're thinking maybe I've over-exaggerated just a little bit.
Actually didn't get up that high, did he?
He nearly touched the sky.
How high's the sky?
Did anyone...
Gary Moorcroft.
Yeah, the Blues are away and running again from the centre bounce from McDonald's and Harvey Norman. The kick towards Will White this time. Cripper charged on for the centre bounce. This will bring the house down.
Oh, no.
And he burnt someone.
Charlie Curnow was in the square by himself. Just a handball over the top. It would have been a certainty.
He let one go there. Vossi can't believe it. They are full of running here, the Blues. They've got the Cats on toast, and that kick had to be perfect from Humphries to Bailey Smith. Yeah. It's a 19-point margin.
Be close. Handball forward. Missed the target. Mackay. Cool, calm and collected and gets it to Mitch Ball.
I don't mind it, Brownie.
Yes.
It's got a bit about it.
It's
not a tag you want, but Mitch Ball, Frost Ball,
Gov Ball.
Just wondering with the mark, did anyone call over the top of me?
I went up without noise. I'm not sure that was the entire case in the back row. We might have to go to the tape.
We might have to go to the tape.
No one's putting their hand up.
I'll point the finger that it was Stevie.
How the Blues get to half forward.
It would have helped it, Nath.
Gets to Stewart. Might have an email sent around this week again. It's Stewart to half forward. Ball get out the back. Here's Mitch Ball again. What's he going to do here? He's on his left. He's going through the middle. Brilliant. Got it to Elijah Hollands.
Players out everywhere.
The better looking one. To half forward. Looking for Akers. He goes up. Can't mark it. Ball get out the back. And here's Zach Guthrie.
Bowes runs hard. Queuing up inboard here, the Cats. It's a 4v2. The kick has to go to close. He had to keep his eye on it. He did well. And now McGovern had to come through. There were 3 Cats. He beat them all. And even Mitch McGovern getting some cheers from the fans. Although the kick was poor from Haynes, but it was a block against the little ball of Muscle Ocean Mullen. Elijah Hollands keeps it moving.
They're out everywhere.
Akers goes on the left. Will White can take the mark. And they were queuing up inboard. And young Will White, Dale Thomas will say, put this in the book, he won't miss this. We'll have a shot from 25 out in a slight angle.
Put this in the book, he will not miss this. They were out everywhere, Stevie, both sides. As soon as he got back, that ball got to the middle and there was a ball to be won. Whoever completed the play, there was 3 or 4 extra numbers, each end inside forward 50.
To extend the 21-point margin. To get it to 27. Oh, Carlton fans are back in full voice. They sense the Blues. They're just building into this season nicely. And on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard, they're 11-7-73. Geelong, 7-4-46.
Game high, Ash.
Triple M Red Z lending stats, Brownie. It is a game high at 27 points.
Yeah, the big moment of the mark before. Let's just see if anybody did come over the top. Top of the square. Sam did. What about the little man? He almost touched the sky. You want to put your hand up now, Stevie?
Sorry, Dave.
Now the Blues by 27. Choice Hotels around the grounds.
Hawks by 11 points over the Eagles. 2.5 to go before quarter time. 2-6 to 1-1.
That's the first time we've sort of seen a little bit of fatigue from Geelong, though, as that ball was going inside forward 50. A lot of hands on hips, hands on haunches. I was trying to find the word, Nath. I think I got it. Ball out of the centre.
I'll go again, Joey.
Sorry, I lost my life.
Gets rid of it. Cameron, the hard ball will be one.
Now the Blues from half-back.
We'll do it all back there, Stevie.
High ball, one-on-one. Mullen, can he mark it? He does. He saves the day and he moves it quickly to centre wing. Misses the target, though. Zach Guthrie with time to track it. Willie White tracks him. Out of bounds on the full. Pressure from the Blues is good.
I called the Will White goal. That was you. There we are. Playing going on. Dangerfield. Got to get involved. Stevie, do you want to see something different with Danger? They've kept him forward. Game's starting to slip away.
It looks like he's inching up towards the stoppage, Joey. He's been deep for most of the game, but he is getting a little bit higher up.
Yeah, Harry Mackay having a stint in the ruck. Going one-on-one against Atkins. Zach Guthrie won a ground ball. Jai Clark just handballs it forward in hope more than anything. Carlton full of energy. Walsh, big win. Handball over the head to Hewitt. Elijah Hollins. Cripps met by Mullen. Still good enough to get the handball. Mackay was blindsided, got bumped, and then Zach Guthrie won a free kick for high contact. You know, the Cats won't go away.
Their pressure was good there, but I like what Carlton's trying to do. Trying to chain with their hands. If they get it through, they're almost a certainty to score. You know, if the pressure becomes too much, it's just a turnover and they're slowed up at half-back Geelong.
Here is Dangerfield. Dropped the chest mark. Did melt bump his own mess though. Got it to Connor O'Sullivan. Brad Close, been out a number of times and the ball just hasn't quite sat for him. Kicked towards half forward. Haynes had to beat two Cats and he did it well again. Just neutralised this contest, got it out of bounds. Throw in 60 out. From the Cats goal, they're trailing by 27 points. It's a game-high lead to the Blues. Just over 6 minutes left in this third quarter.
I think we forget how good Nick Haynes was at the Giants for a long period there, Stevie.
He had an All-Australian year doing these kind of things.
He was top 5 in intercepts in 9 seasons up there.
Ball's out of bounds again.
He looked bereft of confidence.
Let's go, keep the meter.
A couple of games in a row early on this year.
He played really well in the pre-season comp against GWS.
Just have a look at the Harvey Norman replay.
The snorkel.
Yep. Sitting next to
Josh Giddey.
I shouldn't Australia's biggest export, but the man with the biggest nose in Australia sitting next to him. Luke Tunnicliffe.
You've got to be number one at something.
Just dagging out the backside of Giddy and the Blues. They lift again to half forward. Harry Mackay in a good spot. Didn't read it. Got back. Motlop overran it. Mullen under pressure. Has to keep it in. But he can't. Kicks it out of bounds. Free kick goes to the Blues. Elijah Hollins looking for Akers. He does this well, Akers. Can't mark it. The fist was good from close. Got at the back to Humphreys. Humphreys fed it off. O'Connor, short ball. Good fist away by Haynes, who's playing like Glenn Jakovic today. And he gets it out of bounds. He could have been a whipping boy after those first couple of weeks in the blue colour. But I tell you what, he's been good since then, Joey.
Yeah, he's been building his last month. Excellent. He's a shakier start, as you'll see. He survived the axe.
Shaky.
And now he's thriving. Playing the best game easily as a Blue. From the throwing, got to the back. Elijah Holland's been good. Walsh racking up big numbers. Harry Mackay in a one-on-one. DeConey got back. Charlie Curnow trying to do the crump. Can he get there first? Oh, Humphreys rushed it through for a behind. If he did that action out of bounds, it would have been intentional. He gets it through, and another behind to Carlton. So they're 11-8, 74. Geelong 7-4, 46. 28-point margin, just over 5 minutes to go. Blues have had the last 6 scoring shots. They've kicked 3 goals, 3 after the Cats kicked 3 on the trot.
Choice Hotels around the grounds, Ash.
Hawks by 6 points over the Eagles. Quarter time, Brownie.
The Cats at half-back. Bowes, fend off. Atkins. Dinky little left. Then he finds Manor, who's at half-back.
Might be time for Geelong to make their sub, bring Ollie Henry into the game. He can kick a goal. I think Neil's been very quiet.
That's a great kick by Manor into the middle of the ground to Wiltshire. Leading up, Ollie Dempsey wants to turn Lloyd. Lloyd, and he does, and he got it to Jeremy Cameron in the pocket, who's found some nice space in this quarter. Jeremy Cameron, he's got 2. He's going for number 3.
And it should be regulation here for Jezza.
It's the left foot snap. It'll be from about 25. About 10 metres in from the boundary. As Dale pointed out, should be regulation. He'll start shoulders out to the punt road end, and he brings it back enough. It's another low one, but it gets over the top. And they needed that one. 22 points it is now. 74 plays 52. Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Yeah, I think they can potentially take big Shannon Neal off the ground. He's been very quiet so far in this game. He's only had the 2 touches. I know he does second ruck, but you've got Blitzarves there that can help out there. Bringing Henry onto the ground.
Might be the kid Wiltshire, I reckon, you think, Stevie? We'll get down to Robbo, Bob Jane T-Marts.
Yeah, sub's been made. So Ollie Henry, as you announced, he's just put his kit on and he's running out onto the ground now. So I think it is the debutante's gone into the back row. Yeah, it is. So he gets a rest. The other one is Tom Stewart, heavily strapped now, right knee. They've decided to strap that. He hasn't had that strapped at all, so let's see if he can survive the last bit.
He's been playing in pain, Robbo. Good call by you. Keep an eye on that one. 22 points to margin. Back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hotwater. Triple M Rocks footy. Georgie Hewitt trying to burn off Bailey Smith. He slipped, but he had Cher in support, who's normally pretty good inside 50. To Mackay, who got the big jukes out. He had O'Sullivan on his hammer. He had Stewart in front, but he jumped in between the 2. Plucked it, and over shot for goal, 48 metres out on a bit of a slight angle. But the right side for a left footer.
Becomes a massive kick. Will get Carlton to 80 points. Only one time this year the team first to 80 points, Stu, has lost, and that was Adelaide against Geelong on the opening round of Gather Round.
That's still a fact. Can I use that? Mackay nails it! Flushed it! And if Daisy's stats are right, they have kicked 81st, and they have about a 97% chance to win from here. Harry Mackay's got 2, and it's back out to 28 points. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
He's presented well today.
He's been good. Yeah.
He's been out on a number of occasions, and the foot skills to get it to him haven't been great. He's made good position. At least he's made the most of his opportunities.
Who was the only team to get that 81st and lose?
It was Adelaide against Geelong. Gather Round.
I'm just hoping Shannon Neal doesn't kick 4 goals and make me look like an idiot. I was going to sub him.
Back to 28 points, just under 3.5 minutes to go. Feel big 3.5 minutes for the Cats.
Big banger by Harry Mackay. 28-point lead. A bit of a hush comes over the MCG. Mullins tracks it back. Sheridan well, beating everything. Atkins wanted to work his way through. Did. Too hot for Stanley. Stanley needed to stand up, and he did, and he's tackled to the ground. The Blues all over it. 3 minutes to go for three-quarter time. Sunday afternoon footy at the MCG. Doesn't get any better than this. 2 good teams, tight game. There's a player down on the ground, not getting up quickly, and the high ball by Chera. Mackay will be the flyer. Nobody really touches at Holmes ground level. Was good enough to pick it up on the left foot, turn it around the corner. Ollie Henry was at the base of it. Smith should receive it from Manor. Did now. Now O'Connor. Might have been O'Connor in the first place. It was. Poor handball. Sard. They love to go Wolf even when he handballs it. Gave it to Chera. Looking for Cripps. Cripps into space. He's got a runner on the outside. Just telling him to settle down. And the ball, not a great one. Showed a fair bit of it over the top of Fogarty. And the Cats want this out of bounds. Can they get it out of bounds? Stewart tracks after it. Holmes to Guthrie, back to Stewart.
Got the numbers here. Bowes, O'Connor and Smith. Could have gone in, boy. Came outside, which put himself under pressure. kick turnover. He's been kicking average today, Bailey Smith. To Coney, that's a good kick to Cottrell. And everyone tells him to slow it down. Minute 57 left on the clock. Mackay and Curnow are both deep. They're both pointing to the spot they want it. Cottrell goes towards Curnow, and then getting back was Blitzards. And that might be 50. Dirty kick that after the mark was paid. Umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt, but that's going to buy his team about 20 seconds to set
Mark or a free kick?
Mark,
the umpire said a meek. The umpire said a mark.
Which wasn't a mark.
No. Blew the whistle a bit early. Definitely wasn't a mark. No one had Durden. Kicked it.
Weird kick, though, after slowing the play down.
Yeah, it went for the import.
Yeah, so slowed it down with the intention of not allowing Geelong to score and then going for the all or nothing.
Holmes plays on, tries to kick it towards the wing. Ollie Henry's first involvement, giving away a free kick for a hold, which McGovern, his numbers true, Red Zed Lending, been pretty good.
He certainly has. 15 disposals, 11 kicks at 100% efficiency, 7 intercepts.
This time he goes all the way back and across to Wiedering. And they can kick it to this member's side here. They've got the outnumbered. Geelong have all folded back. So Sard and Ollie Hollands can all just get some easy ball and try and build it up. See if they get one more score before three-quarter time and really make it hard for Geelong. It's going to be tough anyway if it stays at 28 points. Carroll. Young Matt Carroll, the left footer. From the Anzac Appeal logo. Towards the 50. It's wide. And that'll suit Carlton because the fist from Stanley takes it out of bounds. 52 metres around. 51 seconds left on the clock.
Without looking at your height sheet, how high do you reckon Matthew Carroll is for the Blues?
191.
190?
Yeah, I thought he was a bit smaller than that.
What is he?
You were smack bang on, 190.
Yeah.
Looks like about a 184.
Everyone's 190, he's 184.
Yeah.
Interesting.
184 would look small.
They haven't put a number behind the ball yet. They did in that last quarter.
They got
with about 2 minutes to go.
As Geelong had just sent one up. So you're right, usually it was Curnow and Mackay slide around.
40.
They haven't had to because Geelong sent one up. You're all good, Nath. How are you?
Good. 44 seconds. Akers had a handball, didn't go. That was the 190-centimetre Carroll. To half forward, ball hits the ground level. Manor, handball to Stewart. Under pressure here, the Cats need to be clean. Fogarty got it back. He's going to be run down as well. Stewart to clean it up. He's tackled again. Pressure outstanding from Carlton. Luckily, the kick ended up with Smith. And Smith, this is a high ball. McGovern. Henry went back with courage. Down to 10 seconds. Stengel. Can they get a late one? It's a race on. Cameron and Silvani. Cameron went to ground. Silvani stayed up. Ollie Henry got there. But they're not going to get there. It's going to be three-quarter time. Big quarter of football by Carlton. And they lead by 28 points at three-quarter time. 12-8-80. And the Cats are 52. Quick around the grounds.
Early into the second quarter, Brownie. Hawthorn by 13 points over the Eagles.
28-point lead to the Blues at three-quarter time for McDonald's Remote Water. Triple M. Rocks footy.
That quarter for Beacon Trade. They've got the downlights, fans and switches. Whatever the project, they've got you covered. Beacon Trade. Let's make light work.
For McDonald's, Triple M rocks
Footy Mania.
Macca's new McSmart meal is here. Get a cheeseburger, small fries and soft drink, plus your choice of side for just $6.95. T's and C's apply.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Seabus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong, long-term returns for after the final whistle. Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Seabus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Go Harvey Norman. April's super deals on now. Save over $500 on Sony's 75-inch 4K TV. Save $600 on Electrolux French door fridge. Save $200 on Acer Aspire Intel Core i5 laptop. Save $350 on Samsung Galaxy S24. 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses. And X-Display and floor stock furniture priced to clear. More super savings in store and online. Harvey Norman April's super deals. Best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumho free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus, receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Seabus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong, long-term returns for after the final whistle. Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Seabus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Go Harvey Norman. April's super deals on now. Save over $500 on Sony's 75-inch 4K TV. Save $600 on Electrolux French door fridge. Save $200 on Acer Aspire Intel Core i5 laptop. Save $350 on Samsung Galaxy S24. 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses. And X-Display and floor stock furniture priced to clear. More super savings in store and online. Harvey Norman April Super Deals. Best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumho free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus, receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
It's Triple M's
Footy Mania.
This quarter for Titanium Caravans. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
From McDonald's and Marine Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy. Carlton leading Geelong by 28 points at three-quarter time. They're in the box seat to make it 3 on the trot, but you know the Cats will not go anywhere. The Ream Hot Water, if your hot water needs replacing, go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream. Before we get the thoughts of Daisy and Stevie J and the stats with Ashman, let's get down to Bob Jane T-Marts, Mickey Roberts.
I always, when the game's on the line, I always look at the coaches and the huddle. So Carlton, Vossi's had that Carlton huddle together most of the time, where Geelong are just coming in now from their group. So Vossi just laying down the line, I'd say, as a general go to the tape and get this job done with, 5 goals in front. Stewart's the other one. They're still talking doctors and physios with that right knee, so that's under control. Both clubs have made their subs. Lord and Henry get their chance.
Bob Jane T-Marts, great buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's applied. Shoeman, the Red Z lenders.
Nick Haynes, Joey, 17 disposals, 7 intercept marks. As we mentioned, the record is 10. That's been achieved by 10 players. The scores from turnover, Carlton 8-5-53 to the Cats at 3-3-21. Geelong 13 clangers in that quarter.
13?
Equal PB against the Blues.
Wow.
Good one, Chew. Personal best. Is that a personal best to have 13 clangers?
Correct for the Cats against Carlton.
Personal
quarter.
worst?
Personal best? Yeah, I wouldn't say. Yeah.
Personal
Team
worst.
That's personal worst.
Yeah.
Right. The Red Z lenders, we know what he meant. Loans to the self-employed. REDZED.com. Daisy, Stevie, give us your thoughts.
Well, they shouldn't be losing this, Carlton. Plus 20 inside 50s for all the things you've spoken about. Shoeman, they should just go on and find some sort of a way, Stevie. But the beauty of this game is that we know that Geelong are a good side. We know that their scoreboard means they're going to have to take the game on. And if there is one side susceptible to an old-fashioned a chance just to gas it, it may be the Blues from what we've seen in this first part of the season.
They couldn't, could they?
They could.
They'd be cutting up their memberships.
Oh, they shouldn't, but they could.
Big last quarter coming up. Out of the middle goes Stanley. So the Cats get the first one forward. Wiedering went full chested. Jeremy Cameron's got 3. The perfect start. He's got 4. Big start to the Cats. And it's back to 22 points.
Is that happening quick? Whoa. Jesus. Oh, boy. Over to you, Stevie.
Well, that's exactly what Carlton didn't want.
Boy, oh boy.
How long did that take? 15 seconds?
12 seconds.
12 seconds.
Or less, because the countdown, it stops when the umpire salutes. Straight out of the middle, straight to a contest. Jezza front and square across the body with 15 seconds in now, and it's back to 22 points.
And Geelong, fourth quarters, have won 5 out of 6. They're number 1 for differential, having outscored their opposition now by 126 points, Steve.
No, in the last quarter alone.
Correct.
Where the Carlton break for the fourth quarters.
Carlton for Triple M Red said,
Are you
Joey?
eating an Anzac cookie?
Oh, yeah, it's bloody nice as well.
They win another centre clearance. Stanley, Dangerfield's gone into the guts. Kick long to the top of the square. Wiedering.
This is going to be a hard watch. This is good. If you're a Carlton fan, my goodness.
Hard in mouth sort of stuff.
It already is when you're in front.
Cripps. Kick to a contest, out of bounds. Bandry throw in.
Blues have won 3 out of 6, fourth quarters.
Trust their system. What I've been impressed, they've been able to be really strong around the contest. They've got targets ahead of the footy, maintain their pressure at ground level and force Geelong into turnovers. 25 minutes of it left and they'll have this game
Smith
sorted.
To Manor, gets it on the boot, and a good mark taken by Mitch Ball. That's McGovern.
He's been good.
He has been very good.
And that's a nice kick too.
Played on Jeremy Cameron a fair bit of the day.
Just don't want Carlton to shut up shop. So we like this. Take the game on. You're still going to have to score. Continue to do what you did so well. And the more you attack, it means Geelong are going to have to defend and less tickets they can spend when they've got the ball and attacking themselves.
Mackay went through the middle to Cherub, who went backwards to Wiedering. McGovern, short ball, still at centre half back. Here's Sard. Sard has to play on. Has the customary Craig Bradley bounce after one step. Looking for Akers. Ball good at the back. It's at half forward for Carlton. And now it's out of bounds. They didn't really work their way through that one, the Blues. We'll have a boundary throw in. Early stages last quarter. Choice Hotels around the grounds, Ashley.
Reece! Tom! Reece!
What? I was trying to polish up.
What?
Trying to polish off that Anzac Day cookie and you're going to throw to me.
Oh my gosh. Chu's having a stroke. We'll get back to him in a moment. Boundary throw in. Nana. Spun. Got it to Holmes. Kick down the wing. Haynes stood under it. Couldn't take another intercept mark. Jeremy Cameron looming large. He would tackle Haynes. Turns it over. Shoeman's losing his marbles. Hollins. Short kick to Walsh. Good play. And they can set it up from the wing. Oh, short to Sard. Stengel's all over it. Got his arm pinged. Could be costly. Ollie Henry is going to kick it inside 50. It's a one-on-one. It's Quaddies versus Danger. Quaddies in danger. Quaddies in danger. Danger's going to win it out. Can he break the tackle? Well done from Wiedering. Got him holding the ball. That was a massive one-on-one win. And the big quads won out.
Inspired. Inspired. Imagine the lactic acid there. We're leaders of it.
Quaddies versus Danger.
Outside 5.
Ships the footy to Elijah Hollins.
Get that Anzac down too, man.
That's a great left footer looking for Cripps. Holmes over the back. Cripps will get a free kick, didn't deserve it. Not sure what that was for. It was just a good contest.
Play on.
Called to play on. Handball to Haynes. Haynes with a right foot at a half forward looking for Curnow. Works his way to the front. Stanley pushes it out of bounds.
Throw it in. Marking contest.
And in a marking contest, it's okay to deliberately get it out of bounds.
Can you remember what you asked, Two Man?
Yeah, it's Choice Hotels, Brownie. It's the Hawks by 30 points over the Eagles, almost halfway into the second.
Great delivery. 4 minutes after we needed it.
It was 16 points of margin when Brownie threw to you from the boundary throw in.
Just the silence.
Nana just kicks it off the ground. Did well, actually. Got some territory. Neil was taken high by Haynes. Almost a brilliant tackle. And now Geelong have got players forward of the ball if Neil wants to get it going. Silvani's on Dangerfield. Wiedering's on Cameron. Sard on Ollie Henry.
You, mate.
Me. Kick goes towards all those players. Can anyone win the contest? Ollie Henry got hands to it. Dangerfield at ground level. Silvani wrapped him up, got it to Manor.
Yep.
Now to the top of the square. Blitzarves push forward. And that's what can happen from the wing. It was young Lord that was on him. He had the size advantage. And Blitzarves from 15 out in a slight angle to get it back to 16 points with 16 minutes to go. 11 disposals for Blitzarves today.
10 seconds.
He's taking all his time. Just the 3 goals this season, make it 4. That's an important one. Cats have got the momentum. They've got the first 2 of the last quarter. And it is back to 12-8-80, 10-4, 64, 16-point margin. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
They've got on top around the clearances. 5 to Zip in this last quarter. Also the inside 50s, 5 to Geelong, 1 to Carlton. You just see where the ball was held up there on the wing. Normally they create a bit of shape across their back line, but they started to roll forward. Stewart rolled forward. Blitzarves, he rolled forward off the wing. Stanley got forward and got dangerous. So you can see their mindset is to attack at all costs.
Bob Jane T-Marts, Biggie.
Yeah, they're doing it without Mitch McGovern too, cramping heavily. Had the pickle juice and also getting rubbed down here, so they need a backman. He's been in good form too, McGovern.
It's the first 2 goals for the Cats, and they lay down the challenge to Carlton. Carlton haven't been inside forward 50 much this last term. We're about 7 minutes in, and the umpire's going to ball it up again.
Well, it was probably fitting that on a day we farewelled the Pope too, that Blitzarves, the man who played more games in the Popes, Francis Paypool reign than any other player from 2013 to Easter Monday, 275 games.
Jeez, that is stats party, content and material.
Repeat that one, Daisy.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Pope Francis.
Yep.
Obviously passed away Easter Monday.
Yep.
Blitzarves played the most amount of games in his tenure.
During his tenure. Gotcha. And here
Here he goes again. Right foot looking for Dangerfield. Uses the body. Silvani fisted away. Dangerfield tracks it. Just ran through Sard. Handball to Smith. Standing start. 45 out. Bailey Smith. Here come the Cats. 10-point margin.
Wow.
There's the Seabus Super Special comments. Seabus Super make a hard work pay off. Dale Thomas, Steve Johnson. Oh, they're their very best right now.
I knew I should have gone with tenure, not Papal reign. I knew that was going to be too much for you guys to comprehend. But this is all happening. Carlton have shut up shop. Mitch McGovern cramping. That's obviously because he's been with Jeremy Cameron up and back all afternoon. They need to find a way to get some territory here at the Blues. If they can get it up their end and just have a couple of moments where they can get it in the contest, be hard, lay a few tackles, feel like they're in it, because right now they can't get their hands on the footy.
3 early goals from stoppage from the Cats.
So back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Just keep an eye on Blitzarves and Blake Akers for me, boys. What's happening out there?
Behind you.
How far back they go?
We're nearly standing on the boundary line, the wingman. Secondary stoppage. Stanley to Koning. Carlton need to win some clearance, get some territory. Chair on hands and knees, doesn't clear the area. There are the wingmen trying to creep into it now. Akers and Blitzarves. Ollie Holland's in there. Walsh trying to lurk. Akers. Big footy to be won. Numbers around everywhere. Manor got to his feet. Kicks it inside 50. Stengel might be first onto this. Sard's got the speed to get him. Did really well. Forced for holding the ball. But Hewitt took the advantage when maybe he didn't want to, and now it's a contest on the wing. Cottrell won it. His handball was nowhere near Chera. Holmes couldn't take it cleanly. Now Fogarty kicks to space. Mackay and Mullen. One going one way, one coming the other. Mullen got him. Mullen's back. Mackay won the ball first. Mullen got the tackle, but tackled him into the ground. Illegally.
Norman.
The players are so good now when they're tackled from behind, just fall forward. You get the free kick every time. He tried to roll him. The crocodile roll, it was just a tad too late. So Harry Mackay with a shot from 50.
Carlton needs somebody on this left-hand point post. Got a little bit of...
Only 10 metres in from the boundary. Mackay from 50. Not even close. Although Geelong couldn't quite kill it, but still bounced through from behind. So it's 11 points the margin, 12-9-81, 11-4-70, 13-30 on the clock, plenty of time.
Got a great kick in, almost a turnover. Can the Blues win it back? Fogarty, Lawson Humphries goes in and cleans up his poor kick, and the Cats get the ball to half back. Clark looking for a target out there. Free kick's going to go to the Blues, I think.
No, it was quads. Couldn't be moved.
Human caravan. He looked inboard. He had Ollie Hollands on, elected not to go there. And now Wiedering. Carlton under siege at the moment.
No movement. Going to be forced to go LDL.
It's down the line towards Mackay. Fisted away from him. At ground levels, Walsh. Bowes almost got into his back and then rolled him. Tackle laid and the ball goes out of bounds. That'll be deliberate.
On the full regardless.
Yes, it will be. Blake Acres gets the free kick, goes to Ollie Hollands.
Just goes inboard but didn't go the 15 to Ollie Hollands, who just blasts it long down the line blindly.
Have they stopped running a little bit, Joey?
Yeah, they have.
They've shut up shop. And this is what happens, Stevie, when you're not sure what you're going to do. So if you're going to take the game on or you're going to play safe, players stop running, so then you have to go long down the line, and then Geelong have got the whole ground to explode on when they win the ball back.
Yeah, it's that nervy margin. Geelong go LDL, as Stevie said, long down the line. Blues win it, Sard, handball, Walsh. Now they got some run. Short, Mackay, got him. But Geelong have numbers back inside 50, so he has to think his way through it. Now the Blues work inside. Nothing really to go to. It's a bit of a nothing kick. De Koning, well done from Durden, did enough to bring it to ground. Now the Smalls can get involved. Chera, he's got a bit of class, but he shanks it. They're tightening up here, the Blues. And Chera has grabbed his groin and pointed straight to the bench. So keep an eye on that one, whether it's cramp or a little tug of the groin.
Mackay couldn't have butchered that kick anymore.
No.
Had players out to the right.
Didn't think his way through it one bit.
So Holmes, long kick. Gets a good 60 to 65 meterage on it. Here's Chera.
He couldn't kick it.
Didn't want to kick, but his handball is just as good as a kick. Fogarty centres the football. Harry Mackay got it. 30 out directly in front. This is a big kick for H. The little man will be standing on his shoulder telling him he can't kick it, but his kicking's been a lot better. He nailed one today from about 50. This for number 3.
Well, you feel like, regardless of the scoreboard, this will be the momentum that Carlton need. If he can kick this, the lift that it will give the group.
What if he misses?
No, don't even think about it, Joey. Put it in the book.
This is a pressure kick.
This is huge. Mackay nails it for the Blues. Don't worry about Harry. He's made of some good stuff. And there's 17 points to the good.
Well done, because that is the moment, regardless of the form you've been in, Stevie, that is a testy one. Went back, didn't overthink it, trusted the process, took some time, and came up big time for his footy club.
Robbo, Bob Jane team Arch, do you reckon Chera's tugged his groin, or is it just cramp?
No, he hasn't tugged his groin. I think it's cramp. He's on the pickle juice. They're working on that now. Good news though, McGovern, boys, is back on, having cramped as well. So 1 for 1 there.
Righto. Two-man.
Yeah, Tom De Koning, he's the number 1 ranked player, 19 disposals. That was his 8th scoring involvement, 33 hit-outs, 12 of those to advantage.
Clutch kick from Harry Mackay. There would have been pressure everywhere running through his body. 17 points, a little settler. 7 zip clearances in favour of Geelong this quarter. Big one in the centre bounce.
The velvet tighten up, wouldn't it?
Oof. Cripps barges his way through. Walsh, Hewitt, shoulders out, kicks towards Curnow. Well done, Sam De Koning, got the fist in. You sense the Blues just need one more. Lord, the sub, handball, high, Walsh been everywhere. Atkins, he's not going to stop trying, on hands and knees. Guthrie, the Cats win it out. gives it to Clark. Centre half back, kicks to a big one-on-one. Silvani and Ollie Henry, close is there. Henry, O'Connor. Now Jeremy Cameron wants it in the pocket. The kick was sort of in between. McGovern had to come off Cameron. He did, but he went without the footy. Now it's a chance. McGovern goes again. A couple of big balls by McGovern. And he forces a stoppage inside 50. Well done, Mitch Ball.
That was big time. Had to impact every one of those, and he did. Not to the extent I'm sure he'd like to. Mean it exited the area.
Manor worked his way through, broke the tackle, got it to Bowes. Bowes turns around from 45. Snap, but only Blues are back there. Wiedering.
Got Mackay this side. He should get there. Take it now.
Yeah. If not, get it over the bounds.
So he's looking for Mackay now. Took a long time. That's a great kick.
Over the bounds.
Over the bounds and far away. Steve Johnson on the sea bus. We have a lot of fun here at Triple M. 16 minutes gone last term. Just over halfway.
Cripps.
Yes. Cripper.
It felt like at one end it was Danger who was coming out full-chested and going to be the one. These last couple of efforts from Paddy Cripps, we've seen it before.
Holland's called to play on. Handballs to Akers. Akers unloads a standing starter. Blixarves. Got his name written on that. Blixarves v Durden. Fair difference in height, weight and marking ability.
Question is, how can the Cats go the full length of the field? Blues have defended well all day. O'Connor on Mullen, I should say, went to Bowes over his head. Opportunity for the Blues. Turnover. Walsh. Ran out of room. Boundary throw in.
Still plenty of time. 17 points, 9 minutes remaining. One more would make it very difficult for the Cats.
So the boundary throw-in is right on the 50, under the Shane Warne stand side. De Koning and Blixarves. De Koning won, only as far as Smith. Bouncing ball, Cottrell couldn't handle it. Bowes off the ground, coming through. Well done, Ollie Hollands. Big footy to win here at centre half forward. Lord did well. Hewitt has to go backwards and retreat. Got it back to Ollie Hollands. He wants to go inside forward 50, which he does. That's a high ball to the pocket. Curno's got to bring it to ground for three of them. Zach Guthrie, socket off the ground. He found Clark. Clark with a left foot goes out of bounds on the full. Free kick will go to the Blues. I'll go back inside forward 50 again. Cottrell, he's your man, they lead by 17 points. They'd love one here. Cottrell sets it up. Where are the big flyers? Motlop from the side. It's gone out the back. Dead hit the post. Who was it, Lord? It was. Should have been a goal anyway. And the Blues lead by 18. Handy point.
Atkins towards the wing. Cameron. Big mark and fly. He's got to look up and try and go.
Well, if he does, they've got an extra inside forward 50.
It is. It's Stengel. The kick goes towards Neil. Problem is it's Wiedering on him. Brad Close with the crumb. Brad Close with the snap. Brad Close, class finish. Oh, the Cats. They will not be denied. Coast to coast in a heartbeat. And it's back to an even 2 goals. 12-4-76. Carlton, 13-10-88. Still 7 minutes 40 on the clock. Triple M, titanium Caribbean scoreboard.
Will wide at one end. We've seen that before. Straight up the other. Or whoever the three players you called. I think it was White. I'm now confused, but that was transition footy. And they'll continue to roll the dice here, the Cats, won't they, Stephen?
Well, that should have been a dead set certainty down the other end for the Blues. He could have ran it right to the goal line, I think. Here it is.
We get a look
Harvey
here on
Norman.
Left footer.
He just thought he was under a little bit more pressure than what he was. Could have taken 2 more steps.
Yeah, Curnow
absorb the pressure and just toe poke it through.
Robbo, Bob Jones team up.
Yeah, Adam Chera back on, so he's starting in the middle, so just cramped through that groin area.
Pickle juice worked, Robbo.
Did Brownie.
Who wins from here, Robbo?
Carlton.
4 of the last 5 goals to Geelong in this last quarter, and they're back to 12 points. The Blues led by a game high. 28 points at three-quarter time. Ollie Hollands comes barging through. And he was taken to the ground by Dangerfield and Manor.
So this is where they roll a couple of forwards up here. The Cats, Manor will come through the stoppage. Have to be organised here. The Blues will end up with spares ahead of the footy.
Ball up in the middle. Ball at the back of the pack. Ollie Hollands had a fumble. Allowed the Cats in. Bo standing start with the left foot. Silvani one-on-one. Going back was Cameron. Closest already kicked one. Can he do it again? He can't. And the numbers now with the Blues, if they can pick it up. Manna kept it in. Manna tried to get through a couple. That'll be holding the ball. Great tackle in the back line. And that was by Matthew Carroll.
Back to the 9, please. Back to the 9.
I need to see that on the Harvey Norman.
Out. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, missed the fist.
The ball.
What are the clearance numbers this quarter, Ash?
Geez, 10-1 this quarter in favour of the Cats. 3 out of their 4 majors in this term from stoppage.
Kick long down the line. Mackay stands tall. That's a big contested mark. He walks back.
Yeah, he took a deep breath. I think it's too early to be taking a contested mark and then just going back really slowly and allowing Geelong to get set up.
Yeah, still 6 minutes 30 on the game clock. And this time it's DeConing that takes a contested mark, so that helps. 2 in a row.
And now they can be smart. Try and find a short, wait for the numbers to get ahead of the footy, and then when you do have to release it, if you're not happy with where it's going or how many options you got, kick it into the pocket.
And you can give your defender some time to set up here. He comes inboard to Sard. He's standing there like he's going to take off. Instead he gave it back to Hollands, who pulls the kick into the pocket. Charlie Curnow's there. It was over his head and Blitzarves gets that out of bounds, but it's where the Blues want it. Deep inside their forward 50. 6 minutes exactly on the game clock. They lead by 12 points.
So there's still a bit of a disconnection here between the Geelong forwards and the stoppage. If you're a Carlton player, you're trying to set up with as much density between where this ball is and the goals up the other end.
Walsh has got a lot of space at this stoppage. He's not going to win it though because the Cats do. They tumble it out. Silvani did well. Stanley inched it forward. Bouncing ball, centre wing. Got over the back, Jeremy Cameron. McGovern went too far. Cameron did well. Ran a long way. Gave it to Neil. Back to Cameron, missed him though. Silvani. Now the Blues counter-attack. Let's counter-attack on.
Got to score.
Paddy Cripps is 70 metres out. Slows it up. The lead comes from Mackay. High ball, Mackay. Now it's out of bounds. Should have done better, Carlton. 5 minutes 25. They had an open 50.
Geelong looks so dangerous every time they're ahead of centre here. Carlton just have to find a way to not let this ball fly out.
Well, they're rolling the dice now, the Cats, aren't they? They've got Holmes to half back, who's just going to charge forward. Stanley, DeConing, Cripps takes the tackle.
And they will get looks here, the Blues. And there's
5 minutes to go.
5 minutes. You find a way to keep it in contest for at least a minute.
That's what Cripps is doing here. He's trying to keep it in tight. They're happy just to sit on it. Got to be careful. The ball spilled out, so they got away with it. Otherwise, it may have been holding the ball. Bose just toe pokes it forward. Haynes first to it. Did well. Handball almost smothered. Sard dropped it. Another big footy to be won. Carlton happy with this situation. A lot of numbers and another stoppage. Robbo, you got the crowd numbers. Bob Jane T-Marks.
And no one's left, Joey. 67,658. Great crowd.
Almost been the votes today, Haynes. It's a quick ball out of the middle and they get it to Stengel. Stengel on centre wing.
Corridor. Go the corridor. Look.
Cats trail by 2 goals. He gives a fair bit of it to Bose. Silvani overran it. Got time to go back and get it. McGovern forward handball. He gets it back from Sard. McGovern's kick goes to half forward. Charlie Curnow, open goal square. Does he dare to go long? Haynes might have an issue behind play. Looks like he's hurt his shoulder. Curnow happy to hold it up. But there's no one to kick it to, so he goes short to Paddy Cripps. They're winding down the clock to 4:17. Cripps is saying he's having a shot at goal. Quick kick in, well done. And he finds Hewitt, 50 out, take his very best from here. He's played a big game today again, Hewitt, but this would have to be a massive kick late in the game.
Yeah, he's a really smart player too, George Hewitt. Don't be surprised if he takes the full 30 seconds and then tries to find an uncontested mark inside 50.
33 goals, 12 set shots. That is good reading.
So Akers has just come on the ground. He should have been the one that's trying to pop up for this little mark.
Has he got 55 in him to the punt road end? Hewitt, you better believe he's got 55 in him. He's got 60 in him. What about this man Hewitt? He's been big this year for the Blues. And he does it again. Carlton by 18 points.
I love the fact that Curnow, he took the big mark, but he was smart. He could have blazed away and gone deep inside there, attacking 50, and maybe hope for a stoppage. This lowered the eyes late. Hit Hewitt.
It was smart, wasn't it? So he waits, he gives it to Cripps. Cripps gets called to play on, slows it down, goes inside. That's where I reckon we've seen the Blues in the past. It would have been Curnow roll long. But look at the Harvey Norman on the goal line here. TDK, Stanley was there. There was only one tool on the line. So as soon as that was beaten, it was home. And he knew it, Hewitt.
So 67 points from turnover for the Blues to the Cats at 21. Hewitt, 26 touches, 8 clearances and that major.
Atkins. Clearance. Haynes. Intercept mark number
8.
What a game he has played. He goes wide to Cripps, who's had a big influence in this fourth quarter.
This is like watching Rory McIlroy finish out the Masters.
Still nervous, Daisy.
Yep.
Nothing to worry about. Blues will win this. 3 goals up, 3 minutes to go. Mackay been a colossus in this fourth quarter.
5th contested mark, Joey, for Mackay.
In this quarter?
Nah, for the game.
He's back, Big Harry. He's going to kick it to his best mate, Charlie. Although it might hit the sky first, Brownie. Ball short. Guthrie, Sam de Koning, and Atkins. They're going to have to run and carry the whole way here. Carlton is set up well behind the ball. O'Sullivan, it's only going to take one mistake. Smith, they swarm all over him. He's got lucky with the kick that went into the corridor. Straight to Jeremy Cameron, who dropped the mark. Silvani knocked him out the way, and the kick will go towards Hewitt. Couldn't take the mark. Manor, Atkins, driven into the ground. No free kick, but they get a ball up. 2:13 on the clock. 18 points up. Carlton are home, Daisy.
Yeah, Curnow should be going behind the ball though.
Carlton.
Weathering's going bunter.
Mark and Tom.
Either that or he wants to get his 15 star jumps in there.
There he goes.
Yep.
The ball's on centre wing, slapped out of the contest. Hewitt kicked that last goal. Fed the handball to Ollie Hollands. He's got back to Hewitt, back to Hollands, and even further back to his brother Elijah. Along the boundary goes with the left. Harry Mackay can't mark it. Cats have to go here. It is big time for the Cats, and that's out of bounds. With a boundary throw in. 1 minute 50. Carlton lead by 18 points.
Where's Mackay rank in this last quarter, Chew?
Number 1 ranked player by a country mile. 7 disposals, 6 marks, 3 of those contested and a goal.
That's big. That is a big Q4.
On a big stage, in a big moment. The biggest win of the season for the Blues if they can just hold on for another minute 40. Who they got next week, Chew, the Blues?
They play the Adelaide Crows at the Adelaide Oval.
Now looks winnable. A couple of weeks ago, you would not be saying that. Adelaide have lost 3 of their last 4. Still chance. Bowes lost his footing. Manor kicks it inside 50, gets good penetration. Charlie Curnow's back there. Young Carroll kicks it up and under, but Carlton's had numbers everywhere. Geelong have spread the field. And Georgie Hewitt, look at him, he's now a favourite son. They love him. Takes the mark and goes back. And we'll kill a bit more time. He tick down on minute 15.
What's his afternoon look like, Tuman?
Disposal number 29, 5 clearances, 8 tackles and a goal.
Kick towards Mackay, couldn't take his 6th contested mark. Sam de Koning's been excellent, it's been a great battle. Manor, his handball missed. Atkins gets it back. Harry Mackay now laying tackles, look at him go. He's like a man possessed. And we stop the clock with 55 seconds to go. The Blues to make it 3 on the trot. Michael Voss, he still looks menacing, but I'm sure underneath that face he will be mighty proud of this group.
Has to be. Unbelievable performance.
Out of the ruck work, and the ball's out of bounds again. Give us some numbers, Ash.
Sam Walsh, 30 disposals. We mentioned Hewitt, 29 and a goal, but Patrick Cripps, 28, 7 clearances, 8 tackles. And Nick Haynes, as we said, 8 intercept marks along with his 20 touches. Bailey Smith, 29 for the Cats with a major as their leading ball winner.
They've had some big winners today, Carlton. Chera, one of those as well. He's tackled. Ball it up.
Thanks, Adam.
2 kicks from the Cats goal. I think they can win from here, Daisy. Holmes, quick kick out of the pack, Sard. That's a high up and under ball. Going hard at it was Harry Mackay, fisted away from him. Manning near the boundary line, keeps it in, but smothered off the boot. A boundary throw in, 25 seconds to go.
I think they're home.
So Carlton will win 3 in a row. West Coast, then North Melbourne, and now the big scalp of Geelong. Boundary throw in. The Carlton fans can feel it. The Cats fans are leaving. Down to the last 20 seconds. Umpire balls it up again. The Blues have done well in this last quarter. They were challenged. And the Cats came hard. And the Blues responded.
Thank you, Tom. I'll have the ball. Thank you.
4 of the first 5 goals in this quarter went to Geelong.
Hang on.
And then Mackay and Hewitt restored the balance. Elijah Hewitt on the left. Short ball to Harry Mackay. Missed him though. O'Sullivan marked that. Wants to play on quickly. But a big win for the Blues on Anzac weekend at the MCG. 3 in a row. And the question is, are the Blues back? They led all day, the Blues, by a point at quarter time. They opened it up in the second term. They led by 19, 28 at three-quarter time. The Cats came hard, but they ended up winning by 18 points, 14-10-94 to Geelong, 12-4-76 in front of 67,000 people here at the MCG, and a big win to the Blue Baggers. Just waiting on an interview with one of the host broadcasters down there.
I think
the question is, are Carlton back?
Look, we don't want to jump the gun too much in a season that's shown that there's going to be ups and downs, but that is the best performance they've put out all season. There is no doubt in that. They've been up and down. The last 2 weeks have been good. And as Ash Hansen said in the pre-game, you can only beat what's in front of you. I think Campbell Brown has got Harry Mackay, courtesy of Channel 7.
Who certainly took over in that last quarter was Harry Mackay. He's downstairs with Campbell Brown.
Yeah, absolutely, Lingy. 19 touches, 12 marks, 5 contested and 3 goals. Outstanding individual performance tonight. Let's touch on that because it's been a really tough year for you this year. How have you found this afternoon?
Yeah, thanks, Brandon. It's great to be back out here. Obviously, a bit of a different start, but yeah, I really missed being out here with the boys in front of the Carlton fans. So, yeah, I thought we played fantastic. Obviously, Geelong are a quality side, so to get the win like that, really impressive.
What's the big thing you've had to focus on over the last couple of weeks? You went back and played VFL, you came back and got that head knock. Today it looked like you enjoyed the freedom of just playing a bit in the ruck, going further up the field.
Yeah, so as I said, it was just great to be back. My teammates playing footy again, obviously. Yeah, as I said, a bit of an indifferent few weeks, but really grateful to be out here with a smile and to do it with my teammates in front of a home crowd is really special.
It was a big test this afternoon, obviously getting a couple of wins against some lesser lights in West Coast Eagles and North Melbourne, but it was a big game this afternoon, and the clearance game was absolutely unbelievable from your boys.
Yeah, so I think the competition's so even, so obviously the last couple of weeks you had some good wins, but they're still good sides, and sometimes the footy just need a little spark, and I reckon probably 2 weeks ago we got that, and boys have been really confident the last couple of weeks, so we knew they were going to be a quality side. They are every year, and yeah, so to get the 4 points like that, it's really strong.
Charlie Curnow, your partner in crime up forward, looks like he's just building and building towards a big bag. He's got that leap back.
Yeah, mate, he's a freak. Obviously, a little bit of an interrupted summer, but just to his credit, he never misses games, and his ability just to perform consistently over years and years now. You have to tip your hat to him, and love playing with him. He brings so much energy. I know everyone loves him kicking goals, but he's so selfless at the moment. He really drives it for everyone. So, yeah, it's great fun.
There's more down times than good times in football, but looking around the MCG, kicking the sealer just about must put a smile back on your face.
Yeah, as I said, just so much fun to be out in front of home crowd again and playing footy. It's as you said, sometimes ups and downs with footy, but yeah, you've got to save them when they come, Brownie. So happy days.
Well done, mate. Great work.
Thanks, guys.
Harry Mackay played really well. We're going to head to a break and come back, wrap it up, get to the other game.
Yeah.
For McDonald's and Remont Water. The Blues have won by 18 points. Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for Titanium Caravans. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
For Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks.
Footy mania.
Hot water needs replacing? Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Seabus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Seabus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Go Harvey Norman. April's super deals on now. Save over $500 on Sony's 75-inch 4K TV. Save $600 on Electrolux French door fridge. Save $200 on Acer Aspire Intel Core i5 laptop. Save $350 on Samsung Galaxy S24. 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses. And X-Display and floor stock furniture priced to clear. More super savings in store and online. Harvey Norman April Super Deals. Best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumo free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cash back on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Seabus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Seabus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Go Harvey Norman. April's super deals on now. Save over $500 on Sony's 75-inch 4K TV. Save $600 on Electrolux French door fridge. Save $200 on Acer Aspire Intel Core i5 laptop. Save $350 on Samsung Galaxy S24. 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses. And X-Display and floor stock furniture priced to clear. More super savings in store and online. Harvey Norman April Super Deals. Best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
It's Triple M's
Footy Mania. The Triple M Footy Review for Amy. When clangers happen, it's lucky you're with Amy.
The Triple M Amy Review, and it's going to be a good one for the Blues. Clangers happen. Lucky you're with Amy. They've beaten the Cats by 18 points. The Triple MVP Award, Stevie J.
Super impressive today, and they will occupy the 3 voting slips I've gone with one vote today, Paddy Cripps. I thought he was outstanding. 28 touches, 8 clearances, 9 tackles. Some of his ball use really set them up going forward. 2 votes goes to Nick Haynes, his best game for the Carlton Football Club. As we mentioned during the call, he was a little bit shaky early on in the season, but they persevered with him, and today he had the 20 disposals, 13 marks, 8 of those being intercept marks. He was fantastic for them during the game. And 3 votes for me, Harry Mackay, 19 disposals, 5 contested marks and 3 goals. He really stood up when it mattered.
Nice, Stevie. Tonight's loving it moment for Maccas. Here's how I called it on Triple M Footy. As he got 55 in him to the punt road end. Hewitt, you better believe he's got 55 in him. He's got 60 in him. What about this man, Hewitt? He's been big this year for the Blues. And he does it again. Yeah, not bad.
Very good call, Brownie. You've been very good. Very good all day.
True set tells around the grounds, Ash. Half-time the other game.
Certainly is. It's the Hawks 9-10-64 to the Eagles 4-5-29. 35 points the margin.
They're going to head down to Robbo. They're just about to sing one of the most famous songs in Australian history.
Andy Roberts. And they're packed in here as well, too. Can't get any more in here. They're pretty excited. This is a big game, big occasion. Anzac weekend, the ceremony, the whole lot. They get the job done. They had a good margin at half-time. Geelong hit them hard straight after half-time, but they were able to hang in there. So gutsy win. We're going to be talking to George Hewitt after the song. So he's been in good form, bombed that big goal too. And they're just getting ready with a heap of kids, and here we go. They needed that win and roll a decent mob, so they've done that. So back to you. I'll find George, and then we'll organise the interview.
Nice work, Robbo. Initial thoughts on the Blues and the Cats?
A very good game of football it was, and well done to Carlton. They set it up. They started well. They let it every change, and just when it looked like they were going to gas it, they were good enough. Their leaders stood up. They were smart in everything they did. There was a couple of big passages with Cripps, Kerno, Mackay. Even the lesser likes, the names that you may not be looking to, they were good at setting the field up and making sure there was a couple of minutes knocked off the clock by some stoppages, repeat efforts. It was just a great game of footy. No doubt they had the fresher legs later in the game. We know that Geelong came off a short break, but that is the best win they've had of the season, and hopefully that confidence continues to grow, because this is where I think a lot of us expected them to be, around this mark coming into the season. They hadn't delivered so far. The last 2 weeks they got the confidence back, and this one here now, that will continue that way. And if this man, George Hewitt, continues to play the way he is, it'll be happy days.
I tell you what, he's very happy, and also his coach, Vossi, just grabbed you. What were you talking about? That goal, that bomb goal you did in the last quarter?
Yeah, probably everyone was picked it, so I was lucky it went through.
It was a good call by the Triple M boys. Nathan Brown, he said, you may have 55 in you, and you've kicked it 60 plus. Big goal.
I'll take that, I'll record that and take that to my grave. I don't think I've ever kicked it that far before, so that was good. It's just great to get a win, and I'm pumped for the boys. I think we've battled hard this first 7 weeks. We defended well. We've kept teams under low scores, but our skills just haven't been there, and I think our effort's always been there, so it was just great to kick a score today again against a quality side. Shocking
start, really, 4-zip, but then to hit back and you can win the games that you have to. But to roll a decent mob like Geelong is pretty good. It's a start anyway.
Yeah, definitely. That doesn't get any easier. We've got the Crows next week in Adelaide. It's going to be as tough as it gets, but we welcome the challenge. But yeah, I think we've got a lot right. Obviously, the skills and our scoring wasn't there in the first 4 weeks, but we're slowly improving that. There's still a bit more to improve, but we'll be okay, I think.
Big crowd, big game, but it was the occasion. It was chilling. The AFL do it so well. So do you blokes lining up there. What was going through your head, particularly with this weekend and this day?
It's a special week, a special event. It's pretty amazing how 65, 70,000, 95,000 for the Essendon Collingwood game pay their respects, and we're just so lucky to live in the country we're in, really.
Yeah.
We get to do things like this, so we just pay our respects to the people at the war.
And Harry Mackay, he was the one. For him to put on a great game, I think he got the votes on Triple M as well. And for him to kick a goal and be so outstanding with his hands, it's a big effort from the big fella.
Yeah, he's had his challenges, and then it's pretty not easy coming back in the first 5 minutes to get knocked out. It's pretty tough for him to go for the contest he did today, and I reckon he marked probably 80% of them. So it was a great result. Probably saved us the game really on multiple occasions, just to soak up time and territory, and then he probably kicked 3 or 4, which is match winning.
And your own form, just last one, your own form. You must be really happy on how you're travelling.
I think it's. I've said it before. I think it's just a byproduct of my teammates. Like Cribbers, we got Cribber, Chera, Walsh, DeConning. I probably have to do my bit on the opposition. I'm just lucky that the ball's sort of fallen in my lap a bit, and hopefully it just keeps going that way.
Big win by the club, fantastic occasion, and well done today.
Thank you.
Well done, Robbo. I would have given him 3 votes down there, George, who was fantastic today. The Blues have won by 18 points. Going to head to a break for McDonald's Room Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
The Triple M Footy Review.